Welcome to my show where the curtains breathe smoke. Spotlights blink cold, telling secrets that I wrote. Heart on a tightrope, mind doing backflips. Every line confessing, dressed up as ad-libs. I juggle my demons, they call it a performance. Trauma in costumes, anxiety's chorus. Tickets will scar you, you pay with attention. I trade you my flaws for a moment of mention. The mic is a mirror and I rap to my face. Trying to recognize me in a digital space. Crown full of ghosts from my past that I survived. They clap when I bleed, saying damn he's alive. Bass in my chest like a second heartbeat. I'm a tortured soul, so I torture the beat. The stage is a cage with invisible bars. Can't let my light dim, I'm a shining star. Applause is a drug and it's easy to get addicted. Love the attention but hate how it's scripted. They want me consistent, I'm chaos in shoes. All will be forgiven if I can just stack these views. The void comes to me when it needs to confess. My shadow got followers, I guess I'm a success. All my friends stay scared, text me every day saying I'm great. I say get out my way. Welcome to my show where the hope wears a mask and the faith is a dare, not favor you ask. I shake hands with doubt, we got history deep. He knows all my secrets, I doubt he'll say it peep. My voice is a weapon, but I aim it at myself. Self-sabotage and I put me on the shelf. Welcome to my show, the lights are too bright. You can't see the tears when I say that I'm alright. I learned how to laugh in emergency rooms. I learned how to dance with impending doom. Dreams try and creep over me at night. They whisper don't quit, then they're gone by the light. I treat every beat like it's the last confession. Pastor is rhythm and church is in session. I stand with ambition, repent with regret. No betting on futures that I haven't even seen yet. Mine mostly dead, occasional spikes. I keep finding versions of myself I don't like. I shake hands with strangers inside of my head. They all want control and they all want me dead. But I'm still here breathing on borrowed time, turning bad luck into borderline rhymes. Welcome to my show, art from the ache. Every word was a risk I was scared to take. Broke with big dreams and a cracked phone screen. Now I'm rich in regrets and what I could have been. I used to want fame, now I want peace. Not to be hungry while everyone feasts. I pray to the sky, give voicemail replies, so I leave messages hidden in my lines. The soul needs a nap, my body needs rest. Welcome to the Busy Blind Show, it's the best. Thank you. Thank you, Rub. I don't know what I would do without you, bro. I don't know what I would do without you, bro. I just sat here and talked for like 30 minutes. For 9 minutes. You see? How could anybody wonder why I don't like half y'all assholes, dog? Like of all the people coming and going, bro, and nobody could say that. Like, is it any wonder of why I don't fucking like hardly any of y'all? What are you up to right now, Ruck? Are you wanna come up and talk for a while or what? We haven't had a chance to talk in a bit. Okay. Man, I was on like a whole okay, alright, hang on, let me drop the link. I gotta drop it from my other channel. Yeah, sorry. Alright, hang on, let me drop the link. I gotta drop it from my other channel. Sorry about the poor quality of the. Did that go through? Okay, there you go. Man, dude, I was already like talking about 100 different things. I was talking about TikTok and how when I went to that platform and started like browsing the live streams like that stuff is. Oh, you like came in and out real quick, Ruck. But that shit's clearly AI. Like anybody like my brother, man, I can't wait to see him. We have lunch every month, and our lunch is coming up. And when I see him, I'm gonna tell him that he's losing his fucking mind if he thinks that the people on TikTok live streams are real people. Like they're like clearly AI people. What's up, Ruck?
Hey, bro.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. So you're gonna get together with your brother for lunch? Right on, man.
Yeah, it's a monthly thing. We've been doing it for like shit, like 3 or 4 years now. It's the only day we see each other a month.
What's he do?
He's like he was like a regional manager for like a bunch of WalMarts and stuff, and then he went to work for like some other company. He's like a hot shot from corporate dude.
Right on. That's cool.
But he's a mechanic too, and he's like a big gun guy. So like he's down to earth and stuff, but like when it comes to employment, he's like fancy pants. You know what I mean?
He's on that shit. Right on.
Yeah.
That's cool. How you been, man?
Good dude. What do you call it? How you been?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
We
Been busy around the house trying to get my little studio built up in the spare room. So I'm moving a bunch of shit around.
like for content or for recording music and stuff.
Well, voiceover work and probably I don't know. I'm thinking about doing content, but um I don't know. The more and more I'm around the panelverse, the less I want to have to do with it. So I think I'm probably gonna stay out of the panelverse and just do my little acting thing on the side, do some coaching and shit like that. I don't
Bro,
want to get into the panelverse. These people are burning me out too quickly, man.
yeah, I agree, bro. That's why I rebuke all these motherfuckers. But what do you call it? Like you should definitely do content though, bro. Like you got so much, especially like your personal like points of view on a lot of things, especially acting and stuff, bro. Like a ton of people would love to sit down and watch that. And if like I don't know if you've noticed, bro, like I've been quietly cultivating like my audience over here, like away from everybody. And I don't have the same audience as like say Resto or Kev or anything because I don't like the Panelverse people, but you can do it. I feel like you can do it. You can cultivate people that are interested in hearing what you have to talk about. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I have noticed. I have noticed you've been getting some interesting people in and hanging out and stuff, and it's pretty cool. I've been on kind of team replay a bit lately, but yeah, I have noticed. I have taken note of that. Good job, man. I'm happy with you. I'm
We've
happy
missed
for
you.
you and with you, man.
We've missed you, dog. You're like I said, you're one of the few people that's like lifetime mod status with me. So like, don't I hope you don't ever feel. And I know that one day that you weren't sure if I was ignoring you, bro. But I apologize for making you feel like that, man. Because I just want you to sometimes come into the conversation uh, to like chop it up with us instead of talking in the chat. You know what I mean?
No, no, that's cool. That's cool. I just, like sometimes, I think one time I wanted to come up on chat, but my wife was really sick and she was asleep next to me and I didn't want to wake her up and stuff. So that was one day that I didn't come up and join you. But yeah, I have noticed and it's cool. I mean, like due diligence and some of these people are really sharp and I'm really happy for you that they're coming around and hanging out and taking part.
Hell
That's
yeah,
really
me
cool.
too. Like it's sorry, man. I know that's loud. It's hard, dude, because like the Panelverse people kind of like plague you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's that and you never know who's lurking. I keep noticing that it's like people will say something and then it'll come back to haunt them like days later because someone was lurking and tries to use it against them and shit like that. I'm like, I'm coming to realize that most of these people don't really matter to me in my real life. There's maybe like 5 or 6 people that I actually give a fuck about. And the rest, I honestly, deep down inside, I don't. And the only reason I'm nice to them is so if I do create content, I don't have to fight with them later, you know?
Yeah. Damn, dude.
So I'm
That's
finding myself doing a lot of politics that I don't really care for with people that I don't really care for, just trying to protect myself in the future. And, if that's what the game's going to be all about, I don't want to play the fucking game.
and it seems to be that you either politic or you become somewhat of a pariah. Like if you're still trying to belong to that group. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. I've been seeing a lot of it, especially lately. I don't know. This is what, I'm coming up on 2 years in like 2 more months. It'll be 2 years that I've been around YouTube. And it just seems like in 2 years it's changed. Especially the last year. It's it's I don't know. It's gotten into this. Well, you keep hearing people talk about it, but this loop. It's like all people are talking about is each other and what each other just talked about. Today's content is reviewing yesterday's content, which was reviewing the day before's content. It's like it gets frustrating to me and old and stale really fast. And the pecking order bullshit. There's like this hierarchy and this pecking order that I don't agree with, that I don't. grok with. You know, it's I don't. I mean, I don't have a beef with Flow State, Dusty, what however we want to call him, Taylor. I don't have a beef with him or anything like that, but watching the dynamic of okay, I'm going to end the stream unless I get more donos. And it's always the same people trying to donate. I just feel like they're milking a cow, and it's. I'm not trying to pick a fight with Dusty. I don't understand the appeal. I don't understand people that have nothing better to do than sit on their phone all day and be on a panel all day and just jump from panel to panel to panel all day, every single day. And I don't see them putting in the money. You know, I don't see the people sitting up on his panel all day putting in the money to keep him up, to prop him up, to keep him online.
How many
I s-
people donate? Like, if you had to put like a general amount, would you say, like, during the course of a stream, like, is it like, would you say like the same 5 people or same 10 people?
I would say probably around the same 5 people. 5 to 6 people, and he's still making it seems like over $100 a stream. I'm not pocket watching, but I mean he's doing well enough to where he doesn't have to have a day job, and he's raising a couple kids. So I mean, there is money in it. It can be done. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how people justify to themselves. Maybe they just make a lot more money than I do or something like that.
That's
But I
fine.
can't see donating $20 a day or, $50 a day over two or three creators. I can't afford to do that, and I, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, why am I donating money to these people when I'm not that thrilled or that impressed with the content? Is part of it just a popularity thing? People want to be mentioned or something. I don't know. I'm really going through a mental exploration of the whole dynamic of the thing. You know.
Uh, I want, if you're open to it, bro. Like, I want to touch base privately so that we can talk about like a few things that just don't even really like need to be mentioned here, but that are like optimistic. They're not. It's not anything bad. But I wanted to tell you, bro, like how much I appreciate you, Rook. Like, real talk, bro. Like, I'm not gonna glaze or nothing like that. Or, no Diddy and all that stupid shit that we have to say before we compliment a guy. But
Yeah, that's something else that bothers me about the whole dynamic of YouTube. People can't just have a fucking conversation without trying to catch each other up all the time. That gets old.
yeah, bro, it does. Like, but just before I get past that, like, I see, dog. I've seen so many times, bro. Whenever you have like come, like back door and like supported me. Whenever you see like a scenario that you see is unfair and stuff to me, and I appreciate that shit, bro. And uh those scenarios are the reason why I just kind of like fucking said, you know what, dog, like this just ain't my space, you know what I mean? Like, this just ain't my space, and just kind of exited it. But I definitely have seen the way that you've held it down for me a lot, bro, and I appreciate that shit, dog.
Ain't no thing, bro. Ain't no thing.
I don't want that to go unnoticed. But what's crazy, dude, is I agree with all of your observations, and it's kind of mind boggling. I mean, no, not really. It's not mind boggling, but it's kind of just like odd to me that uh like, cause bro, I am the antithesis of all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, on purpose. Like, I keep all my topics. My topics are completely like 100%. out of left field. I don't. You won't hear me regurgitate. Like I might touch on something that somebody else talked about, but only if I have like a completely unique and new perspective to add to it. Like, uh, and that's the reason why I know that it's a popularity contest for the most part, bro. It's like this is what I think is that everybody's just looking uh to have their own egos stroked, and it's interactive, so like they can come in and give a creator a few bucks and get their ego stroked, or they can like throw in their 2 cents and get their ego stroked. And like the moment that you stop saying the thing that strokes their ego, they're like, fuck this guy. And they convince everybody else to say the same thing, you know?
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of that. I mean, that's one of the things that's kind of got me confused, and it's kind of got me reviewing how I feel about this whole dynamic in this space. Is it's like you'll see people that seem fairly committed to each other, and then someone will say something on one channel, and it might be a flippant remark, it might be something serious. I mean, either way, once it makes the rounds and gets around to everybody, people start feeling differently about a person. You know, it's like an example is like OG, um Orthodox guy, Tootie Bug was this woman that was on his channel every day. She was up on panel with him, and I think she even met him because they don't live too far from each other. And then something happened. I don't know what happened. I think it involved Beth and Tootie, and I'm not sure who else. Like I say, this is hearsay. I'm not sure. This is just what I've heard in rumors, and so doesn't want to talk about it, but this leaks out and that kind of crap. But I guess there was a big falling out there, and now OG and Tootie Bug aren't friends anymore. And somewhere along the way, OG gets doxxed over it. And I just don't understand. You know, it makes me not want to be involved and not know who to trust.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't say what you're really thinking because you don't know who's lurking and you don't know who it's going to get back to. And it just seems like a really false thing,
That's
you
why,
know?
bro, like it's so freeing, bro. Like it's like, and I've been this way for probably a good minute now, probably like a year, maybe. I don't know. You've been around, but to just be like, fuck
Hang on a
everybody.
second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. My phone's ringing. My wife's calling me.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what's up, guys, in the chat? And those of y'all guys that are here, those of y'all guys that aren't here just to play Creeping Tom, if y'all want, y'all could hit the like and subscribe and share button, man. Y'all don't have to though. Most of y'all are fucking weirdos, so y'all just want to prey on people's downfalls and stuff. But if you are one of the homies, y'all know who y'all are. Snowfire Zero, Kid Mix. Y'all know who y'all are.
Hey, Blind. Hey, Blind. My wife's been in a car accident. I got to go, bro.
Oh wow, bro.
Cheers,
Okay.
bro. I got to go. I got to get off the internet. I love
All
you,
right.
brother. Take
I
care.
love you too, bro. I'll say a prayer for you, man. For her. Oh wow. What? You know what? I don't ever do this, man. I've never done this ever on live stream, but because I've never had a scenario pop up like that, I am going to say a prayer for Rook and his wife. If you guys want, y'all can join in with me. Y'all don't have to. But dear Lord, we come to you in prayer to thank you for all the many things that you have given us throughout the day and I ask you God to please look over Ruck, look over his family, to place your hand on his wife and on him to make sure that they're okay, God. I don't know what the scenario is, but it sounded like it might be uh something that is urgent. I just wanted to get ahead of it and try and send some positive thoughts and vibes to Ruck and his family. Please look after them. Please make sure that they are protected and safe from any kind of extensive or like any kind of like harm. And please look after them. In Jesus' name, pray, and all these things I humbly ask. Amen. All right. I haven't prayed out loud enough in forever, so I apologize if it wasn't the fanciest prayer, but that's something that I do very much believe in, is the power of prayer. So, man, I hope everything is okay. I hope everything is okay, Ruck. Dang, I don't know if I should continue streaming or what. Like, I know that is it disrespectful? Is it disrespectful, y'all think, to continue streaming? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. The life is fucking crazy, guys. Life is crazy, man, and we're worried about all the wrong shit most of the time. Constantly worried about the wrong shit. Constantly worried about the wrong shit with the wrong people. I wonder who else is streaming, if anybody. And I hope Ruck and his wife and everything. I hope that all of that's okay. It's crazy. I at every other point in my life, man, like I never had a time where it felt where I felt trepidatious to be caring, and I hate that YouTube has done that to me. YouTube has made me weary and cautious of being caring towards people. I don't know. I guess I'll just sit here, and if anything interesting comes up uh, within the next little while, then we'll see what's going on with that. Square. Square's posting dang. Uh for those of y'all who know who Square is, go look at his timeline or a wall or whatever you call it. Crazy dude. Okay, here we go. This might be fun. Let's check out what this is. This is dumb habits. Dumb habits. Dang, I think I busted my lip. I don't know how though. Dumb habits that are a secret sign of high intelligence. Let's see if we got any of these. Yeah, Ruck. Yes, bro. Please let me know. Let me know what's going on, bro. Keep me updated, dog. And if you need anybody to talk to, anything, man, please, bro, check in with me. I will be monitoring my Discord. I hope you don't mind. I said a little prayer for you guys. I know that's not your thing, but that's the way my family does business, man. I will keep you guys in my thoughts and prayers, bro. Please, uh, be safe out there, man.
Stay up late has been strongly common habits that are signs of high intelligence. Late night insight. It's 10 p.m. on a school night. You've done all your homework. Maybe you've done all your work. You've played video games with your friends. You've done everything you could possibly do in the day. And for some reason, you still don't feel like going to bed. It's completely reasonable to be going to bed at this time, and honestly, it would save you a lot of headache in the morning. Although, for some reason, you decide to opt out of sleeping and stay up a few more hours just to enjoy a little bit of late-night solitude. On a surface level, this may seem like an irresponsible decision, primarily being motivated by a lack of discipline or potentially a lack of respect for sleep. However, in some cases, that's truly not the case. And what this odd late-night choice actually represents is something you might not expect. Now, I would say that most people watching this video would probably associate waking up early and starting your day with a strong routine, or at least at an early hour, would represent high intelligence, because you are taking initiative in starting your day early, signaling proactivity and, of course, intention. Although, according to recent studies, that's actually not the case, and at least when it comes to brain function, opting to stay up late has been strongly correlated with higher intelligence. And I'm not just making this up to make myself feel better, because it might not be a surprise that being a YouTuber, my sleep schedule is not necessarily ideal. According to numerous scientific studies that have been conducted, people that are more likely to stay up late rather than wake up early show more of a specific type of intelligence that has been linked to prestigious jobs and higher incomes, which is
I knew it. I knew I was a secret genius. I stay up late every night almost.
definitely an interesting metric, although money doesn't necessarily equate to intelligence per se. But of course, that isn't the only study. I just thought it was interesting. The University of Madrid, for example, did an in-house study on nearly 1,000 teenagers. And the sole goal of the study was to determine the sleep patterns of these students and then correlate that sleep pattern with their test results. Out of those nearly 1,000 students, 25% of them classified themselves as a morning person, and 32% of them classified themselves as a night owl. Oh, and the other roughly 50% didn't feel like they qualified in either of the groups, so they were just kind of neutral sleep.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, Penelope.
Regardless, once they had the sleep patterns of every one of these participants, they then went on to track their academic output. And how this was tracked was the university would monitor the final grades for each of these students in major subjects. Math, science, writing, stuff like that. Unsurprisingly, the results of this study showed that participants that stayed up later or were night owls scored higher than morning types across the board, specifically on inductive reasoning. Now, inductive reasoning is an interesting metric to note because it has been shown to be one of the best estimates of general intelligence, and it is also one of the strongest predictors of academic performance. That, to me, is super interesting, and honestly makes a lot of sense, because I feel like if you try to compare it apples to apples and just say, oh, well, people that stay up late are better at math than people that wake up early, it doesn't really paint the full picture. Being gifted in math really only demonstrates one sort of intelligence, while inductive reasoning kind of covers.
Is that what you want to be called from now on, or what? Penelope? How about dumbass? Leave me alone, phone, before you get blocked. Leave me alone. I don't want to hear nothing from you, Penelope. if it don't start with those two words that you know you need to be saying, I don't want to hear shit from you.
General intelligence, which could apply to any subject. So for that reason, I think inductive reasoning is a smart variable, although it's
I said Penelope. I did not say Penelope. But anyways,
also something I've never heard before, so I guess we're all learning today. But of course, these weren't the only studies to suggest that people that stayed up late were potentially more intelligent, or at least had better inductive.
you know what? Don't even. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I called it in my head. For go away, because you're gonna make me mad, Penelope. What do you call it? I knew it. I said, you know what? I bet because Penelope is shallow as fuck, and I am incredibly handsome, and I bet you, of all the times Penelope is gonna come and apologize, she's gonna do it today because I have my camera on. I knew it. I knew it in my head. I called it.
Thinking skills. The U.S. Air Force, for example, did a study on their recruits, and what they found was that their night owl recruits were significantly more able to think laterally than their early bird recruits, even in morning meetings. Which kind of just adds insult to injury, because morning time is literally the natural habitat of early risers. Interestingly, throughout all of the studies that have been taking place on people that wake up early versus staying up late, there has been one commonality that has been associated with both sleepers, that being personality types. It has been suggested by Professor Jim.
There's a lot about the job that isn't actually that fun, that I have now automated.
Professor Jim Horn of...
You don't have no sound. Jen, what are you talking about? Okay, no, actually, you know what, Penelope, get fucked, for on the call. Like, I ain't even interested in your bullshit ass apology, cause you're fucking like real talk. Like, I don't even like the way that you are, fool. And no, Jen, for your information, that isn't what happened or anything. You don't have any fucking idea what you're talking about, cause all you get is Penelope. Like, you literally are just fucking willing to ride for, which is cool. I fuck with loyalty. I actually respect that. Just trying to ride with Penelope to wherever, and that's all good, dude. But you don't actually know what's going on. The thing was this, dude. Is when I asked you to reach out to me, Jen, I didn't like the way that Penelope had to make, because it's okay. You remember the first time that we got on three-way? And I was like, hey, now it's time to fucking hammer out some lies that I know that Penelope's been telling you. Well, the first thing Penelope runs to do is to hop on the phone with you so that she can feed. Y'all fuck off, dude. Y'all fuck off. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. If you didn't come here with the fucking, you know what? Bye, Penelope. Jen, you're not gonna get blocked because I know I hope that you will come to your senses. What do you call it? Well, I don't know what you're referring to. I don't know what you're referring to, Jen, but I'm not interested in discussing it. So, and I don't want to block you. But if you insist on discussing this shit, I don't care. I don't care. Penelope can fucking go do whatever. Penelope ain't. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I was giving Penelope an opportunity to call things cool, but she's so fucking dumb, dude, that she thinks that like she thinks she wins by winning this like battle of who looks cooler by talking stupid ass shit that's all lies. Like Penelope, what good do your lies do, fool? Like, do your lies like fucking comfort you and shit, or like do they like take you on a date or something? Like, what the fuck do y'all even want? Uh, like, it's so annoying, dude. It's so fucking annoying, yo. It's like, it's so annoying. Like, we gotta go through this shit time after time, like, over and over and over and over and over. Like, it's just crazy, yo. Penelope is the only one person who knows. So, like, Jen, for you to come and like try and play Captain Sable for Penelope, sit down. Like, calm down. You don't know half of anything because Penelope only tells you what benefits her. So it's just crazy, dude. It's crazy, though. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and like I'm gonna revoke that whole like idea about apologizing. I'm not interested in that anymore, Penelope. I never called for you. What the fuck are you talking about? I called for you to apologize. I never called for you. You see what I mean? Like you fucking lie to yourself, bro, in your own words. Like I never called for you. I called for you to apologize. I called for you to apologize. Hang on, man. What do you mean, Jen? How do you? How can you say that? How can you say you know the truth whenever you? I haven't even talked to you. How can you say? How can you? So you assume you know the truth, and you know Penelope's side. Penelope, you're full of shit, fool. You're full of shit, dude. You're full of shit. And you know what? It don't even matter what lies you say, dude, because I don't like you ain't my problem no more, dude. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like and if you want to make this shit some like confrontational shit, dude, I'll do you like anybody else. So I have to grab something. Hang on. And let me see this, Jen. You don't have nothing to do with why everything that's going on with me and Penelope. This shit has nothing to do with whether or not I was able to talk to you. That you see that's how manipulative. Man, I don't want to do you like this, Penelope. I don't want to do you like this, fool. Because I promise you, number one, I can weather what any fucking buddy has to say about me, fool. I can weather what anybody thinks about me. No, it doesn't, bitch. What are you talking about, man? Get the fuck out of here. You see, dude? You see, you just... I swear to God, bro, I can't stand your ass, dude. Like, you're so fake and fucking phony, dude. That shit, okay, call it what you want. Call it a crash out. That was one night, fool. That was one night of me just making of me. I got animated. I got whatever however you want to say it. For like I thought it was bullshit that you have to go and fucking lie, cover up your lies to Jen before I hop on the phone with her. I thought it was bullshit. I made a comment. To me, that was the end of that. I didn't revisit it. I didn't hold that shit in my heart. I wasn't worried about it. That was the end of it. I didn't dwell on it. I wasn't worried about it. That was the end of the whole thing with Jen. Then you started doing all this extra shit, acting like the way you say that, Jen. Number one, Jen, how can you even say that whenever I've remained a friend to you, whenever you've switched up on me? How can you say that she's been more of a friend to you than anyone around here whenever I have remained a friend to you, kept my doors open to you over here, and you're just so fucking fake, Penelope. You're just so fake, dude. You're so fake, yo. And there were signs of it, man, that I didn't want to see. You're just so fucking fake, dude. I don't know what you mean, but I never stopped responding. I mean, and if I did, like, that didn't mean to, like, you are crazy, yo. Jen, I don't have any issues with you, like, on the cool, as long as you're not trying to fight Penelope's battles, man. I like you. I think that you're cool, and you are welcome here. But Penelope, man, Penelope, I don't even have words, yo. I don't even have words. I swear to God, I don't even have words, yo. That wasn't just Jen. See, that's what's so crazy, Jen, is that you. I don't know, man. I don't remember. I don't want to remember. I don't want to remember. Then why do you keep speaking for her, Penelope? Dude, you act like people don't see your fucking trickery, dude. You know what? Get the fuck out of my chat, dude. Just because you disgust me. Get the fuck out of my chat, Penelope. Like, you literally are speaking for her, talking about her being her. Dude, get the fuck out of my chat, yo. I don't care. You say shit like that. You say shit like that, Penelope. But like every time that I've ever needed you, like I just don't even bother fucking hitting you up because, like, I mean, you're like every other female, and I told you that shit. For like, that's the thing though too, is that I had already told you way in advance that you were gonna act like this. I had told you way in advance that I knew that you were gonna behave like this. Because the bottom line is, fool, is that none of y'all fucking people here that I've came across in YouTube land have any concept of loyalty. Y'all have no concept of like the fact that sometimes you have to be inconvenienced just a tiny little bit, dude, to remain loyal to somebody whose fucking value outweighs that tiny inconvenience. Y'all don't get shit like that. Dude, look, man, I don't want to do you like this. I don't want to undo all of the respect that I have paid you, Penelope. I don't want to undo all of the respect that I have paid you. So the bottom line, dude, is that I don't know why you're choosing to do this here in my chat. I have no idea why you're choosing to do this like that here in my chat. But it's not like, the thing is, man, is it like it's not good for you. Fucking shit, dude. That's crazy, bro. I don't know what you like. I don't argue. I don't argue with people. So like, I don't know what you want. Like, you've already said enough lies to where like I can literally just discount everything that you're saying, and then like the trickery and manipulation sprinkled in. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, I see exactly what's going on. I see Jen might not, and salute to you and your big heart, Jen, and your blindly trusting Penelope or whoever else, man. And I actually, like I said, I respect loyalty. I respect people who hold it down for their homies, no matter what do you call it. I can't fault you for that, but you may not see what Penelope's doing. I do, though, or what she attempts to do. To what benefit? I don't know. Why mark me out for the benefit of the people on YouTube, so that people can see that she's like some tough ass independent boss bitch? Cool. I'll give you that, Penelope. See, like, my identity and my like self-esteem don't rest on this shit, fool. So like, I don't even give a fuck what you're saying. I'm not even reading it. I don't even care. Man, get the fuck out of here. I'll own that. I don't care. I'll own that. Okay? Cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I can live with that, man. I have no issue with that, dude. Fuck out of here. And you see, dude, like, it's crazy, yo. It's crazy. And especially you, Jen, you disappoint me, man, with some of the things that you said, because it's like, I exercise restraint at a level that y'all don't even fucking appreciate at all. Like, I haven't been disrespectful. Like, I haven't handled Penelope the way that I should. The way, just based on like the channel shit, yo. Like, I should be like mad fucking disrespectful and like violate people and shit. But I haven't, like, I ain't spilling nobody's fucking personal private business like Penelope's always trying to do. Like, it's crazy because like I get you mad, Penelope, and you just start like fucking talking straight out of your asshole, dude. Like, you just start talking straight out of your asshole, man, and saying anything that I've ever confided in you, you start just telling. It's crazy, yo. It's crazy. This is the thing is, man, look, this is the point. This is my point, is that I actually just don't have room in my life for anybody like that. So like, no, whatever the situation might have been that led us here, dude, I'll take responsibility for it. Fuck it. If you're saying it's my fault, cool. It's my fault. Okay. I mean, I own that. But the bottom line, dude, is that like, my eyes are not closed. I am not asleep at the wheel. And I'm not just going to accept bullshit in my life no more. I don't have room in my life for bullshit like this. So, crazy. Don't you fucking worry about what's in my mouth, bitch. You can go and tell your fucking ex-boyfriend or somebody else what the fuck they can talk about. Don't worry about what the fuck I be talking about, though. Fuck is wrong with you, Penelope? think you're gonna tell me what the fuck I can talk about. Don't worry about what I want to talk about. Dude, the thing is, dude, is that whenever you took over my channel and I was there begging you to fucking relinquish it back to me, I told you. I said if you don't fucking, which I didn't, which I haven't said a single fucking disrespectful thing, and I apologize for calling you the B word right now. No, it's not about wanting you anyway. It's about that you're not gonna fucking tell me what I can and can't do. Nobody is. Unless you're a motherfucking deputized officer of the law, then don't fucking worry about what I do. Period. I mean, I don't see how I'm lucky about that. It wouldn't have done shit, but got the stream shut down. Boo hoo! Like I'm still me. I can still. That's the cool thing about being always the same person. Is that like I can get up and take myself somewhere else, and I still am fucking gonna say the same shit. So. But I do apologize for calling you a B like that. That was response. Or I more apologize to my audience for hearing me speak like that. But yeah, man, get it all out of your system, dude. Because I mean, this shit ain't gonna be a recurring thing. Crazy. And then you go and drag Jen into it by saying like that all this shit is about that. Uh, that's like the most dishonest shit ever. Like, I didn't even remember none of that. Hey, what's up, Megan? What's up, Meg? Salute and welcome in. You want to come up and chit chat or what, Meg? Or you just drive by ho 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 and me? What do you mean? Yeah, come up, Meg. What do you mean? Don't be disparaging, Meg. Shit. Oh hell yeah! What's up, Meg?
Hi, how are you?
What up? What are you doing?
Nothing much. What's going on?
Chilling. Just days of our lives and shit. Bullshit.
I know.
Drama.
I just saw, I was kind of reading chat. What's going on?
I don't know. Penelope's talking shit to you. I don't know why. Are you reading the chat? Going crazy. What the fuck? Why are you even like Penelope? Why are you even mixed up in all that? Fool, like that.
Wait, Jen or Penelope, I've never asked anything of Dee Dee. Like I've always been 100% nice to Dee Dee and never have said anything mean to her in any way, shape, or form. I understand she's grieving and she doesn't have answers. And I've talked to Dee Dee twice. And the first time was a nice conversation. And the second time I just wanted to clarify where I stood. And then the third time I asked her if she needed anything. So I'm not sure what that means.
But that's not none of Penelope's fucking business. Like, how is Penelope, like, how is it any of her business? Like, she ain't a part of none of that fucking...
I never went on, I'm confused and I'm going to take a screenshot and I will contact Dee Dee and I will ask her if I've ever gone off on her in any way, shape, or form. If I have, I mean nothing but the best for her. I don't mean when you all were in Discord, you were demanding her to give answers. You were dropped because of it.
You see the way the gossip fucking will turns, dude? It's crazy, yo. That's why I don't
You
fuck with you.
you guys were in Discord calling her, called her, where her, demand her answers. I never did anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Even if you did, though, like, what the fuck business is it of Penelope's?
Like in a call, if that makes sense. No, I simply asked her. I don't recall. I'm gonna call Dee Dee. I guess if she's upset with me in any way, shape, or form, I will for sure to tell her I'm sorry. I don't
Here's
think I've
the
ever
crazy
demanded
part.
it.
Don't, man. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to tell you how to operate, but you don't have to fucking please don't. You don't have to answer to nobody interrogating you about nothing like that, dude. Like, it's crazy, man. What you do ain't none of Penelope's fucking concern. Penelope wasn't nobody's wife over there. Penelope wasn't nobody's sister, nobody's mom. She don't even have the right to ask you no fucking questions like that. You don't have to answer them.
You guys were in a call where you demanded her to give you answers. I've never done that. I don't know. And I didn't. And the reason I dropped is because the reason I dropped out of the call is because something came up. I was actually very nice to her. And if I did anything to upset her, I feel very, very upset about it. Like I didn't even know she was upset. So I don't know what I did, but I sincerely apologize.
Calm down, Penelope. Don't twist that shit to like I'm worried about it. I never said I was. I said that you don't have the right to be asking no questions like that because it's not your fucking business. Come on, kid. Like, fucking read uh what, like, try and follow along with what I'm saying. Don't read too far in between the lines, yo, because then you
Meggs, if
start.
you could reach out to her, I think it would be lovely. She was super upset. When was that? Like I've talked to her since then, and I've said to her, I've said, do I need to step in and do I need to stop all of this stuff? Because I don't want her to have to go through any of it. I mean, if anything, I know what it's like to have a brother that passed away, and I said I'm very, very sorry for your loss. Like I don't think that she does have to give answers to anybody that she doesn't want to, and I think that anybody that knows me, especially Don, or especially Blind, knows me that I I'm very respectful of anybody's passing, and I'm very respectful of anybody that would be upset in any way, shape, or form. If she's upset, she very easily could have talked to me about it. I simply asked, has she seen it? Has she heard any updates or anything else? Don't think that was being aggressive.
You have to keep in mind that, like, uh obviously this whatever it was that took place got to Penelope through channels of gossip. So like it's like you don't even have to answer for it, bro. Like, I mean, I would just tell Penelope to mind her own fucking business if I was you. But
Well, no, like I said, I took a screenshot, and I will call her today and make sure that she knows that I have nothing, like I have no hidden agenda or anything like that. Like I really understand that if she's grieving 100%, and I told her, and if she didn't take it the way that it was supposed to be taken, is that she's more than welcome to use my channel for anything, to talk to anybody about anything if she feels like that, and I will step in and I will help her not feel so attacked by some of the trolls. I would never ever do anything to upset somebody that is grieving. Like never.
yeah,
Like
let me
that's
just so, like, let me teach you something you might be able to take with you into life, Penelope. Go look up what gossip means, fool. Go look up what gossip means, and then I want you to account for who is a primary actor in this scenario and who is not. So, like, just the simple fact that you're here, the one asking Megan, makes it gossip, yo. So, like, that whole this an assumption, no, fool. And besides, even if I wanted to make an assumption, I would make a fucking assumption. But that's not an assumption. That's a fact.
It was really an emotionally charged situation. She could have taken the question wrong. I think that would be lovely. 100%. Like I, you know, I will tell you this straight out. I lost a brother at 32 years old to a situation where he fell down the stairs and hit his head and died. So it was unexpected, and it was 3 days before Christmas. And Blind knows that story very, very well, and I think that he knows that. That I'm glad that we're having this with Blind, because Blind would know automatically that, knowing that what I've been through with death in any way, shape, or form of a family member, that I've learned grieving, and I've learned how to understand it, and as much as someone can, but how grieving affects somebody can affect you, your mentally, your body, your physical being, everything about you. So I would never, ever, 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 and if she took something, I will speak to her, because I would never downgrade someone for how they feel about their family passing away, ever. That is, if you want to scream at the top of your lungs and look like a crazy person, go for it. If you want to sit there and not talk to anybody for a month, go for it. Like, whatever you have to do to get through every single day, as long as it takes, you do what you have to do. There is no timeline. There is no book. There is no anything for anybody for grieving. And I 100% understand that Danny was not my, and I've told her this, she knows this, and I said I'm not going to flip flop and do all those things. I have a place in my heart for Danny as a certain person, but I also had things everybody knows this, is that Danny and I did not always see eye to eye on things.
What the fuck? You don't. What are you talking about? You're talking about, like, you're touching on everything. You don't have to, like, address all of it here. You can save some of that for the Discord.
Yeah. So no, I'm just saying that I would never ever address and try to upset anybody that's grieving. That would not be.
I don't feel like you would either. That's why I say that. And Dee Dee is a human being. Like, she possibly could have taken you wrong, or maybe she might have been drinking. I don't know how she's dealing with any of this. Like, to even, it's so fucking disrespectful that even got brought up right now, yo. To be honest, like, I don't want to talk about that no more. Dee Dee deserves to just, like, be left out of everybody's conversations, and she
100%. Like, now I feel bad. If that's what you were going for, great. Like, I didn't have any idea. And, like, I don't understand why you couldn't have messaged me and said this in private, like Blind just said. If there was really a problem. You have a way to get a hold of me.
So what's been going on? What's been going on with you, man? No, it's not about flipping it, Penelope. I don't give a fuck. Dude, tell me everything I can say to piss off everybody watching, fool. Because I don't give a fuck about flipping nothing, fool. I don't care about spinning none of this shit. I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck what none of y'all think. Like, I truly, with all my heart, want you to understand that. I don't. But I will not. Dee's going through enough, fool. She don't need to be worrying about what the fuck people are saying about her on the panel, too. That's just common fucking decency. God damn. What's been going on with you?
Well, and like I said, if Dee Dee's watching, please reach out to me if you are upsetting with me in any way, shape, or form. I will take care of that, and I apologize if you took it wrong or if I said something that came out wrong. Like, that is not my intention, never was, never has been, never will be. So that's all I'm going to say about it.
So, anyways, so what's been going on other than that? Let's try and leave that at that, if you don't mind. Where have you been?
I've been going through a lot in my life. I've got a roommate now, and he is anonymous. I'm keeping him anonymous and not showing him on anything per his request, and so therefore I haven't had him in Discord. I haven't really shown him this side of my life. He really doesn't know it exists because I just don't want it to be an issue. So I've been, and everybody has asked me the same thing, that where have I been? And like, it's just been a whirlwind. So it's getting used to somebody being in my house that's not that's not my family and stuff like that. So, and I, like I'm there's more that I can discuss with you offline, Vine. I'm not gonna put all of it on panel like we just said. It's really not.
What can so a roommate with benefits or what?
No. Everybody keeps asking that. No, not in any way, shape, or form. Jerko and I are still together, still whatever we are. So it's just it's purely
Who got all the
for
hoes now? Meg's got
huh?
you got all the hoes now, huh?
No, I don't. I'm just chilling. How are you? Hi.
Handsome as fuck, but that's it. No, I like to say that because it makes people mad. But I'm just the same old. Not really doing nothing new.
Yeah, I see you live all the time. And the other day, I'm sorry, I only had like 5% on my phone, and I was driving somewhere, and I was losing service. That's why I was like, I couldn't come up. I wanted to, but I was like, if I go on, I literally, and I was like, he's like, you're just. That's why when he said, I was like, I'm sitting here doing laundry at a house, so I have time to talk.
I was like, Meg just did a drive by, saying hi, and then you dipped out real quick.
Yeah, no, I just, like, I've just been so busy. Like, I literally, like, it's been a whirlwind, which is good. You part of what I was going through when I was on your panel last, and you kicked me off, I think, is that I needed to be around people. And this has been,
emo trying to make everybody sad and shit.
I wasn't trying to make everybody sad, but it was what I was going through at the time. I mean,
you got to get. I tried to work with you for like 2-3 hours, but you were
it's something I'm going to struggle with forever. So it's nothing that you can change. It's nothing that anybody can change. It's just me. So let's move on. It doesn't matter. It is what it is, and I'm working on it. That's all I can say.
You said I kicked you off, but I did try my hardest to like help and stuff, but I just couldn't, like you said.
Well, no, it sucks. No, but I mean, like, you're absolutely right. There's certain things that it shouldn't be on here. And it's certain things that just are going to always be a part of me. And that's, when I go down the rabbit hole in any way, shape, or form, I'm going to have issues. And that's basically what it is that's what it is.
Well, and I'm not being sarcastic, and I'm not being an ass, but, that's what therapy is really for. You know what I mean? Like, therapy, like, in a real way, helps with stuff like that.
Oh, 100%. I agree. 100%. I mean, like you said, I don't take that as an asshole. I would tell anybody that's in my position the same thing. Like, it's something that I have to deal with. And there's times where it's going to be, there's times where depression gets everybody, it just does. And I was in a dark place for a couple weeks, and I just had to pull myself out. Still doing it, but gotta put the one foot in front of the other and move forward and think positivity over negativity.
Yeah, well, you sound a lot more positive, or like you sound a lot more cheerful or whatnot. I didn't know what was going on with you. I hadn't even seen your live streams in a little while.
I really I haven't been doing live streams. I haven't. I've been doing them I just don't have. There's time you go. You know what it's like, and I'm just kind of in that place right now where I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's summertime. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it. The whole Danny Stranger thing happened, and it kind of that really shook me. It really and like I said, I've heard some things, and it just shook me. So I've kind of taken a big step back because from doing live streams and being outside, being more with my in my real life, and a lot, and I knew that was coming because I had a life changing things that was going to happen in my life, and that's what it has been. So and without going into detail, that's all I can say right now.
So what would possess you to get a guy roommate? That's probably why people ask you if it's a roommate with benefits, because you don't see
No, it
girls.
was how it turned out. It kind of all fell. It kind of all just fell in the. You know, it was one of those things that was talked about. You know, me getting a roommate. And this person happened to have been in a bad situation where he was staying. And so he needed to be out of where he was staying. And they said, well, why don't Megan's looking for a roommate? So he, texted me. We talked about it for about 1 or 2 days. And I basically just said, okay, let's give it a whirl. Whatever, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's just all on a handshake kind of thing. And it's more of like, there's no paperwork, there's no nothing. It's more, just straightforward. So, and like I said, without going into too much detail on here, that's what it is.
Does he is he a good roommate, like, so far?
I'll say yes to that.
Well, I mean, it's always gonna be like a little bit of a what do they call it? Like a adapting period or whatnot.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. No. Overall, he's a very wonderful person, and like I said, without going into too much detail, because I don't think that it's appropriate for that. He's chosen. There's things that are on his life on his side, and there's things on my life on my side, where we have both decided that people don't need to know who and who's my roommate is. They just don't. We don't need to know that.
I actually fully agree with that. I think that's the best way to keep it. What do you call it?
Anonymously, anonymability, whatever. There's just reasons, and I can talk to you about it offline, but there's no, I'm just not going to.
We need to talk. I just fired back up it's been like live, but I just started checking my Facebook again. Larissa finally got a hold of me. I haven't got her to message me back again yet, dude, but I'm like, dude, if I can get Larissa to like lock in with me for this movie, dude, it's gonna be something like that is amazing, dude. It's gonna be awesome. Like, it's gonna be
awesome.
Incredible, yo. It's only like it's a short film. It's 3 scenes. It's just 3 scenes, and it's only like about 10 to 15 minutes long, but it's like super emotional and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think that you have to reach out to her, and she'll take care of it. I haven't talked to Larissa in a couple. I like, honestly, Blind, you're not the only person that's asked me where I've been. Like, that is a question that I've had for the last couple of weeks. It's just like, like I said, I love everybody that's on YouTube that I know and that I speak to every day, and that
Don't waste your love on YouTube, people.
No, what I was gonna say is that I talk to every day. The people that are in my life and that I talk to every day, I care deeply about them. But at times, like we all say, what comes first is what's in front of us. And what is right in front of you, or your kids, or your family, or your significant other, whatever it is, they come first. Real life comes first, and And if someone can't understand that, that's not my problem. And when I say that, I don't mean to be a bitch. That's not me being bitchy. That's just me saying my boundaries. And I've as you've seen, and we all know, is that YouTube has a very, very easy way of drawing you in and getting sucked into, every single day, or, taking over your life. And my life is, can be different from 1 minute to the next right now. So, I don't know how, I just don't know, you know what I mean? And so therefore I don't, without, when it was just me and my kids and everything else, I knew what to expect. But now that my kids are gone, like, not exactly what to expect, but I knew, like, if I came home, what was going on, so that I could come home, and everybody would know they would know my kids. Now that I have a roommate, it's a little bit more, I have to be respectful.
Life's an adventure, yo. Hey, what's up, Superman? Salute, bro. Welcome in. What's up, Rockefeller? Salute, man. Hey, if y'all want to come up and hang out, y'all are more than welcome. Shoot, I might be hanging out for a little while. We got the beautiful, illustrious Megan here, and
Hi,
we're just
Superman.
talking
How's
about.
everybody? How are you? I haven't talked to you in a couple weeks. How's everybody doing? I miss everybody, but I don't, get away. Blind, guess what? You're never gonna believe this. Guess
What?
how old my daughter is now, as of yesterday.
21.
Nope, 24
How?
years old.
Damn. Have you given her my phone number?
No, and you're not allowed to have it.
You should. Nah,
Good try.
nah.
That'd be weird anyway. I would no, that would be that'd be weird.
Hey, what's up, Dee Dee? Salute, Megan.
Hi, Dee Dee. Actually,
I've
on.
been wanting
hold that
to
stuff.
hold on, Megan. Dee
Okay.
Dee, if you want to, I mean, it's 100% up to you how you want to handle this. Like, I know that you were probably summoned over here, but I've been wanting to talk to you directly, and you don't have to deal with any of this gossip or bullshit like that if you don't want to. Like, if you want to come up, we can have a one-on-one conversation. I'm sure Megan won't mind coming back in a little bit. But if you want to come up and join me and Megan, you're more than welcome to. I would love to talk to you, but you don't have to feel any kind of pressure to do so,
Yeah.
or worry about like any of this other gossipy shit. Like it's really a non-issue in my opinion. But
Well,
go
can
ahead.
with that being said, Dee Dee, I heard Penelope, and I took a screenshot of him and I'll send it to you. It said that you were upset with me in some way, shape, or form, because I was asking questions that you didn't know the answer to, or something to that extent. I want you to know I am in no I don't want you to think anything negative. I've never tried to be disrespectful to you, and if you're ever upset with me, please come and talk to me about it, because my words don't always come out right, and so if I had said something that was going to offend you in any way, shape, or form, I apologize. That was not my.
Now, because I really, like I said, man, I don't think that Dee Dee should have to be dealing with gossip right now. And no, I didn't, Dee Dee. I ignore everybody. It's not on purpose. Everybody takes it so personal. I just get, I talk about things that I am interested in, so I get lost in what I'm talking about. So I apologize, but the only time I seen you was when you were at the end of my show that one time. But I have been wanting to like just give you my condolences, man, and tell you that my thoughts and prayers are with your family and stuff like that, Dee Dee. I was extending the invitation so that we could have a respectful conversation that you didn't have to feel like, because all this gossip shit is just extra. But she said, okay, thank you, Megan. So
Yeah, I see it. Thank you, Dee Dee. Like I said, I apologize if I said something that was taken in any way, shape, or form.
yeah, no worries, Dee Dee. Shoot, you're always welcome here, man. This is your house. Also, you have been a staple around this piece, man. We love you here at the Blind Spot. So just know, man, my heart is with you, and I'm sure Megan feels the same way. But like, if at some point, Dee Dee, and there is no rush to this, man. I have so many questions. Also, like, I don't actually know any of what happened or anything, and only because like all of our interactions with Danny was like a very on stream thing. Do I even feel like that would be somewhat appropriate? But like, if you are like, when you become willing to have that conversation, uh you're it would very much be like something that could help to clue a lot of people in, because a lot of us don't even know exactly what transpired. And I'm not trying to get it secondhand or third hand or gossip status or anything.
And with that being said, Dee Dee, in no way, shape, or form are you obligated and to anybody, and to anybody to answer questions or to do anything. What you're going through is completely understandable, and everything that's going on in your head is completely understandable. And you are entitled to grieve however you want to grieve. That is
Yeah,
100.
and I too, Megan has been through the situation that you could say is similar, and I too have lost multiple siblings. So like I know what type of like mindset you can be in, but everybody grieves differently. Some people like to talk, some people don't like to talk, some people should like I just like close myself off and shut down and stuff. So like I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful at all by saying anything that inviting you to come and talk with me, Didi, but I just had to make sure that I mean, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay, you want to clear one thing up? Go ahead, please.
Yes, please.
Hey, you know, it's not how you spell flopper, right? Just by the way, that's floper, flip floper. I always say that in my head. Okay, hang on.
Oh, drop links. You want you to drop the link.
Yeah, I am. It just takes me a minute.
Oh, drop links. You want you to drop the link.
Yeah, I am. It just... All right, hang on. My bad. It takes me a second because I gotta like do all this extra shit. All right. There you go. What's up?
Hello. Okay, so now I got to clear up a couple of things. So I know flip flopper is spelled with 2 P's. I'm unique. Thank you. I was typing out this big old long shit and you had to bring up my name, so I deleted everything. I was like, fuck.
Just making sure.
Yes, I know. I was under the influence when I did flip flopper, and then I woke up the next day. I was like, oh shit, I forgot a P, but I just left it. I was like, okay. So one thing I do want to clear up what Penelope was talking about.
God, dude.
It was like the second night, I think, that Danny had passed away. I was in this random.
I know what night you're talking. I know what night it is. Yeah, I realized because I even talked to Sif and I said, "Did I come off harsh?" And he goes, "No, I don't think you did." And I was like, "That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Come off at all."
Well,
And I figured.
As soon as you got out of the chat, they started apologizing for your actions because you're like, oh, you need to give me answers. You need to start telling people what happened, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I don't have to tell anybody shit. I don't have to tell nobody nothing. I don't want to tell anybody nothing. Then you went on another panel and then you started saying I said something that I didn't say. And then I just happened to be watching and I said, no, I didn't fucking say that. And you're like, oh, well, maybe somebody else told me, but I thought it was you. So
Possibility.
that's where my frustrating is like coming from because one, I don't have to tell anybody
Again, that's not
anything.
how it was meant to be. That's not how I meant it to come out at all. So that was
That's what
that,
Penelope's talking about because I did contact her like in frustration because there are just a few YouTube people that I talk to that have
okay.
been
Well,
like super supportive.
let me in my sober brain tell you that is not how it was meant to come out at all. When I said that you should tell people what happened, I meant that it was in your due time to tell people what happened. That you are not obligated to tell anybody anything any given moment. Like that is great. Like I first of all, that sounds so wrong the way it came out, because if someone had said that to me during the time that I was going through what I was going through with Kylie and on the case and everything else, Blind knows that 100% that is not anybody else's business but your own. And if I said that in any way, shape, or form, and you took it that way, I apologize. 100%. That was not. I can't even.
Well,
When
like
you're
I
saying
said,
it to me, when you're saying it to me, I'm like, did I really say that? Like, and I have an excuse, but it's not a good enough excuse. So therefore, and I can talk to you about it offline if you want, but I'm not excusing my behavior. But there was things going on in my life that were not good. So if I came off,
get it, and like I said, it's like it's not a big deal, but that's why she brought it up. So that's why she said
no,
something. So
I never like
like her saying
hear me
something
right
was
now.
like a
Okay.
legit reason
Well,
because it happened.
she
No.
also just likes to talk shit and stir shit up too, so you can't count
Yeah.
that
Well,
out.
I don't know all that because, like I said, I'm trying to stay out of all the online drama and away from everything. Like I'm dealing with enough already. So
100%. And if if I were you, I'd be pissed off at me too. So and like I
It's
said,
okay, May. It's cool. Like she said,
yeah, I'm not mad. I mean, at the time, I was just kind of like, what the fuck, you know, kind of taken back because it's like I had everybody coming at me at once. So, and everything is
well,
just
I
now
went to do
starting
it
to
in a
calm
caring
down.
way.
Like,
I was doing it in my own stupidity way, trying to be caring, and I apologize profusely if it was taken the way because if someone told me the way you took it, I would be like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Who the fuck are you? I would.
yeah,
That's what I
no,
would have
like I
said.
said, it's over with. It's not a big deal. I'm not like butthurt at the time I was, and that's why I even said anything to anybody about it. But
Oh, 100%. And I know the conversation they were talking about. And when I talked to Sif about it, he did say that he asked me a question personally, and I said, no, I'm not. And he said, well, you kind of came off that way. And I went, okay. So it's a possibility that and like I said, I can talk to you more about it offline. But it was something that I was struggling with. So it's not an excuse, but it's just, I'm better now. And I apologize for saying anything
okay,
that
I'm
came
glad
out.
you're better.
how are you, Dee Dee? If we can, like,
Yeah.
we don't have to
Moving
rehash
forward.
100 times because we will if we get stuck in a loop. But are you holding up okay? I mean,
It depends on the day. I've lost my shit a couple times, but for the most part, I'm okay.
well, I think about you a lot, about your family and stuff, and I just like try to always like send positive thoughts y'all's way, you know?
I appreciate it. It's been a little rough for sure.
Just be and I know that you don't need me to tell you this, man, and I'm not trying to throw shade, but like people have like some like people are fucking treacherous, dude. Don't trust nobody from online at all, in my opinion. Like I know that people can be there for you and all that, and I support that, but like I don't know, man. I would just hope that you would still protect like your inner circle, you know, or inner like private stuff.
Yeah,
Just
I do.
observation
I have a very small circle.
type. And you know that me and you have always been cool. If you ever need to talk, my door is always open. Like I am a good listener. I don't give advice at all, but like I'm a hell of a listener. Like if you ever need some somebody to just like hear you vent.
Don't say that. I'd be calling people at 3 in the morning. I'm freaking the fuck
Well,
out.
I would say you can always call me, but from the sounds of it, I'm a bitch. So I
Calm
wouldn't call me.
down, over
No, I
dramatic.
feel shitty. I feel shitty.
Well, if
I just
she's
said it's like it's over with. Like it's
yeah,
like it
like
was.
maybe you were having a crazy day too, and like you were at a character.
Well, I
but
hadn't slept for 2
you
days.
guys, so just
When I was in that call, I hadn't slept for 2 days. I was up for 2 days straight and hadn't slept. Actually, I fell asleep like I think it was 5 or 6 in the morning and slept for like 2 hours finally when I did go to sleep. So I've had a lot of sleepless nights. So I just invested in some gummies.
oh, that's a horrible idea. Where did Dee Dee go?
I don't know.
Them gummies took her out. Nah, she probably fell off. She's back.
I want to try one. So I went and bought a pack of gummies.
Be
to help me
careful.
sleep.
That shit, that was like one of the most horrible things I've ever taken when I ate my first gummies.
Dude, I passed the fuck out last night. I went on a walk and I was like walking at like 9:30 and I don't know, I walked for like a mile and a half and I had already taken the gummy. So like my legs were feeling like really, really like flimsy. And I was like, I don't know if I can make it back.
Were you drinking too?
Yeah.
That's crazy. When I ate them, like I just felt like so nauseous, or just like the room was spinning. I had to fucking lay down and go to sleep.
Off the gummies, these are only 10 milligrams. These are like really, really weak.
Are they actual gummies? Mine was like, it was crazy. It looked like weed, like it looked like the flower weed, but it was like chocolate. It tasted like the Crunch bar.
No, this just looks like a regular, like a gummy bear.
Tight.
And they're like super soft and I don't know, like it did the trick. I was able to go to sleep. So now I got 2 bags.
2 bags?
I got enough for 20 days.
Hell yeah. Hey, have you been taking sleeping
Yeah,
medication?
things have been kind of crazy lately, but they're starting to slow down.
Okay, sorry. I was putting my Discord in the back. I meant what I said. Like I don't ever say that in joking or fake type of way. If I tell somebody that, it's because I truly mean it. If you ever want or need somebody that's not gonna judge, not gonna tell nobody your fucking business about nothing, because I don't like none of these people. But because I respect you, whatever too. If you ever want to talk though, man, my door is open to you.
I appreciate it.
Or if you do, like I used to do, like peer counseling and stuff like that too. If you do ever want somebody to talk to, man, my door's open to him too. And I'm not just trying to wedge my way into y'all's business like that. I don't do stuff like that. I promise you. But I wish I had a way that I could like help, man, because it's such. I feel like we're all a Danny added to all of our lives, whether we realize it or not. You know.
Yeah, I like check YouTube all the time for him to go live, and he's not there. And the other day, I had to move his camper, and that was a little rough. Just seeing it like not be, where he was living and stuff. So there's been some rough patches. And then, like, I don't know. I'm not too happy with PD.
With what? I'm sorry.
With Pasco Police Department.
Would do you? Because like I said, I haven't asked anybody, man, because I didn't want to get any kind of secondhand bullshit. Like, can you are you willing to like even tell us like what exactly happened?
So I haven't PD. The only thing PD told me was that Danny did not have a gun on him, which I already knew. But I actually talked to the only witness that was there. He reached out to me and I asked him like what happened. And he said like he was doing his job in and out of the store. He said he heard Danny like say something to the guys about their car, like saying that he had a nice car and that he approached the car. And then they like told him, "Who the fuck you talking to?" And Danny told him, "I'm talking to you, stupid." And then it just kind of escalated from there. And it was like the altercation was probably less than a minute, huh?
Yeah.
Because the video was what, 2 minutes and 28 seconds?
Oh, it was video.
Oh, yeah. No, a minute and 28 seconds. So it was probably about a minute altercation, it looked like, from the video that I have. But that's still missing a minute and a half before the incident. So I got the video of the incident, waiting on the video before the incident, like when he pulled in to the gas station to see like if anything else occurred, because it was weird. The way he was approaching them was like from the street, but he drove. So he was coming from the opposite direction. So I think maybe the first time he approached was right when because he didn't even go in the store.
Damn.
So he parked and apparently went straight to them and was saying something about their vehicle.
Did it get confrontational or something? Like, it just
So-
seems like a hell of an escalation.
It looked like it was a verbal, and this is just like everybody like perceives things differently. The video is really hard to see, but it looks like right before he gets shot, it looks like that the guy pushed him, punched him, like did something to Danny, and he starts to go forward. And as soon as he starts to come forward was when he shot him 3 times. But in the video, it's kind of hard to see because Danny was towards like right at the end of the gas pump, and right where the view was, the white truck was parked there. And then the silver, it was a Honda, right? Yeah, I think it was a Honda, was parked on the other side. You can't even see the other car from the video angle that I got. So it's kind of hard to see, but Danny kind of disappears out of view for a couple seconds, comes back in, and then that's when he gets shot, and all you see is him fall to the ground. And when he walked up to them, he had his hat off. And that was the only time I saw him move his hands, was when he put his hat on and hit his vape. And then the other 2 guys were like flaring their hands and moving them all over the place. So for them to say that he was like reaching for because their story changed, right? So when they did the initial 911 call, the female that was in the car, because there was 3 dudes and a female, 2 different vehicles involved.
What
white
kind of
truck.
dudes were they? Like
Huh?
what kind of guys were they? Like race and age wise and stuff.
Hispanic, young. I don't know their age, but they look young in the video. So, and they're Hispanic. So Danny was wearing his red hat, his red flannel shirt. It shows him kind of walking up. He has his hat in his hand, and his vape in the other hand, and he's walking and he stands like right in front of them, and you can tell that like, you know, they're talking or whatever because the other guy's hands are like flying everywhere. Danny puts his hand on, hits his vape, and then they talk for what, like another 15-20 seconds or so, and then Danny goes out of view. That's when it looked like the guy like hit him or something, and then the dude's arm, you can see it just come up, and then you see Danny hitting, like falling on the ground. So I talked to the dude because he reached out to me, and I asked him flat out, like, did you hear Danny say anything about like threatening with a weapon or anything? And he said, I did not hear nor see Danny with a weapon. So
That's crazy. So, like, were these guys like looking for a fight? You think, or was this like? Do you think that? Or have you asked the cops like what they think? Do they think that they were like legitimately afraid of Danny or something, or were they just like? Do you
well,
think
there was 3 of them and just 1 of Danny. So,
good point.
you know,
Man,
but I don't know. From what the one witness said, that Danny said that he liked his car because the dude was right behind Danny when he got shot, right behind him. And he said he was like pouring water into the little windshield to clean the windshield wipers outside, or to clean your windshield outside. He was pouring water in that, and he said he heard the shots and he looked up and he saw Danny fall. So, but police aren't really saying like a whole lot.
why? Like, what? Like, have they given you any answer to that? Like, have they given the cops any kind of answer? Why?
So the shooter actually used his right to remain silent. So last I talked to PD, they haven't even got to question him.
Wow. Wow.
So we haven't talked. What was the last time you talked to the detective?
It's been like a week.
Probably a
2
week.
weeks.
Well, yeah, probably like a week and a half ago. They kept giving, because we kept calling trying to get answers, and they weren't like telling us anything. So Eric called again, and then he threatened to go above their heads if they didn't get the detective on the phone, because it was Friday, right? And they said you had to wait till Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Eric was like, I'm not waiting until Monday. That's unacceptable. Called back, and all of a sudden the detective was available. And he just pretty much said that it looks like that there was some kind of confrontation, and that they're looking into it, and the shooter actually didn't talk to police. So that's another thing I was going to say. So the first time they said that he had a gun and that they shot him in the head, but then when police got there, they told the police it looked like he was going to grab a firearm.
Oh, fuck.
Like their story changed. First he had a gun, then it was like, oh, he said he had a gun. But the gas station worker said he didn't see or hear Danny say he had one.
And that's the only thing we've been told, is that they know for a fact he didn't.
Yep. And that's the only thing that they said that they could tell us was that he was not armed.
Do you think the Danny might have jokingly or like bluffingly said that he had a gun?
We don't know.
I don't know.
There's no audio.
There's no audio. That's another thing. So
How
they
did the cops say, you know, I mean,
so they do have a little bit of audio from, because I guess Danny like walked up to the store, because I think he was going in to go get a beer, but he actually didn't enter the store. He went to the gas pump.
Was he already drinking?
He had 2 tall boys that day. And this happened at 10:30 at night, and he went earlier in the day and bought 2 tall boys.
People were saying he was drunk, but there's no way with the amount Danny could drink, but 2 would have him that way. Me and Danny drank a lot.
So
what-
that was another thing that I asked the guy. I was like, did he come in and buy beer? Because when I saw him put something up to his mouth, I thought it was a beer. But he said no, he didn't have any beer. So it was his vape.
So none of these 3 guys or this girl, nobody like was recording any video.
Nope.
None of them were held on a 72-hour hold. They were cut loose. They waited for the police to show up. The police cut them loose. I'm hoping they took his firearm because you just killed someone with it, but
What?
it's been 3 weeks. These guys could be anywhere.
I agree. That's been my question since the beginning. I'm like, I think that if anybody shoots a gun, that they should be held 24 hours or 72 hours to make sure that they're sane. There's no reason for them not to have done that, and I think that's horrible.
Well, he's saying that like when we talked to him, he's like, we're just trying to like collect all the evidence and like the facts and whatever, and then we're going to send it over to the prosecuting attorney when we're done with our investigation, and then the prosecuting attorney will decide whether it's going to be a justifiable homicide or murder.
It absolutely is, man. I would be, if I was you, I would be in there in the district attorney or the prosecutor's office, man, telling them what the fuck is going on, because that
Plan for tomorrow.
Yeah, we're calling him Monday, the prosecuting attorney's office Monday. He also said that the prosecuting attorney was on scene that night.
yeah, there's no justifiable shooting somebody if they're not armed, period. Like in any
There was 3 of them against Danny. You tell me you can't rush a guy with 3 people without having to shoot
100%.
him.
Well,
Yeah.
they were wearing,
100%.
2 of them were wearing blue,
oh,
and Danny was in red.
do they
Oh.
bang out there? Like are gangs like active out there? Where
Oh
y'all-
yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, big time.
Well, a week before this, somebody was stabbed a week, like blocks away, and left at the hospital.
Fuck. I mean,
Stabbed
but
and killed.
also,
And
so
when we lived at Hopkins, there was a murder in our alley.
this guy was a legal gun owner too.
We don't know. They won't give us any information on him.
It's hard to tell what age they were, but you know, if you're under 21, what are you doing with a firearm, and why didn't they detain him for that?
Yep. So they just look really young in the video. The video's kind of what do you call it? Grainy and stuff, and so it's kind of hard to see. But you can tell that they look young. Like you can't see like any of Danny's features or Danny's, nothing of Danny. The only thing, and you can't even see the pew pew in it at all. You can see his arm go up, but you don't see that because of just the crappiness of the video.
How surveillance is still shitty like that, right? When every other camera, like you have to literally go to like a vintage store to find a camera that's shitty. But
Well,
yes,
when
still-
we went to the gas station, what did they have? Like 10, 15 cameras along across that building.
but it was still
The funny thing is, I worked at a job over 8 years ago, and they had cameras where you could zoom in on the menu of the restaurant across the street and clearly see what was on the menu. So I don't understand how camera footage these days is worse than that 10
Yep.
years later.
in jail. They have what they're called gnats. They literally can like zoom in and hear you breathing like a gnat, and 360 degrees and all. Like camera technology should be to where we don't have grainy fucking surveillance footage.
Well, even our home security system, I just was in there messing around, and they have an AI thing now on it, on our home security system that had did an update, and I was like, you can pay like extra for it or whatever. I was like, that's crazy. But I know that there's no audio, because the audio don't have the at the gas pumps they don't have audio. There was one other video, but it got
And your town
on.
doesn't have
Huh.
the gunshot recorders, the audio recorders that record when they hear gunshot.
I don't know, but there was an officer that heard the shots because he was on another call right down the road.
Blocks away.
Because like most places like these days have this thing to where it's recording all the time, but it's like always overriding it. But when it hears a gunshot, it goes back for like a minute and it'll record like the minute, and it helps to solve a lot of crimes and stuff. I don't know. You could maybe.
Well, we heard the shots on his stream.
No, but this could give you audio. It's meant to like record the confrontation when you're.
I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
if
I see
they
what you're
would pay
saying.
for that type of setup. It's just a cheap rinky-dink little gas station.
Well, they're on the telephone poles. Like it was a city program when it came to where I'm at. But I mean, I don't know. Just a
It's
thought.
okay.
Like, it doesn't seem. It seems like y'all might have to do some of the heavy lifting when it comes to like pushing something to get done. Unfortunately, it looks like, because how they could even let them fucking go is crazy to me, bro. Like that's wild.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if there was some kind of family affiliated, or that they knew the person was family with someone else. I mean, it's hard to say. Your brain wants to think all kinds of things, but any one of us that did anything like that would have been taken into custody immediately.
So
I mean, it could even be
I
that they-
called the coroner because the coroner was releasing information to the press before me. Like
what the fuck?
so that night when I got the call saying, "Hey, I think that's your brother," blah 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 blah, and I was watching a live video. Well, it wasn't he wasn't live anymore, but he went live, and I saw like, Danny laying there, and so we called 911 right away because non-emergency was closed. And so Eric called 911, gave him my name, told him, "I think that's my brother, blah, 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 blah. Please call and confirm." Well,
Called all the hospitals.
yeah, we called all the hospitals, everything like that, but he was still laying on the ground because he was, gone. And so they had to wait for the coroner to pick him up. But we called, and I think it took us probably 45 minutes to get up, drive down there, get dressed, about 45 minutes.
We were just waiting for answers.
And then we were sitting in the car for a minute when I got to the scene, because I wasn't quite ready just to, walk up, because at that point we pretty much knew it was him at that point. And so I walk up and I tell the officer, like, "Hey, I think that's my brother, blah, blah, blah." I describe, Danny, like what he looks like, long hair, but whatever. And he was like, "Oh, hold on a minute." And then another cop comes over and I tell him the same thing. And they're like, "Let me go get the sergeant." So then the sergeant comes over and he looks at the two officers and he's like, "Has he been identified?" And they said, "Yeah." And they said, "Is that him?" And they said, "Yes." So that's when I knew, that they confirmed that it was him. And so we were like, Eric asked them, "Well, did you catch the guys?" And they're like, "Well, they're in custody. They stuck around. Like they didn't like leave the scene or whatever." And so we were like, okay. And then we just,
Which was a lie, because nobody was in custody.
well, they might have been for questioning, but if he wanted to remain silent, there's nothing that they could do at that point. They can't. Just like that one day when I went to jail for Brenda, when he asked, "Do you want to give me your side of the story?" I said, "I'm going to remain silent."
And they took you.
And I spent 3 days in jail, and then the charges got dismissed. Like, and that was just for.
Crazy about them letting them go is that usually that's exactly what they would do. They usually punish you by holding you in contempt, or like just putting you in jail for like however long they can hold you.
Yeah, this was a simple assault, and Danny's thing is like someone was killed and they got to walk away because they remained silent. I remained silent, and he was like, "Put your hands behind your back." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "You're going to jail."
No charges were filed. There's no
Nope.
charges or anything at all yet.
Nope.
Well, and they told us because if they were arrested, they have 90 days to do the speedy trial. and that there's no way the investigation would have been completed in 90 days.
What? Well, I mean, it seems pretty fucking clear cut. Like, Danny wasn't armed. Like, even a cop can't shoot somebody that's unarmed. Like,
Yep.
And even still, if you do that in self-defense and it was totally legit, you're going to be spending millions of dollars in court costs and fines and everything else just to clear your name, and you'll still be in jail the whole time. So I don't understand how these people just walked away and nobody's in jail.
Well, when
I
we
agree.
talked to the coroner, because my daughter lives in California, and she found something from the coroner releasing that it was multiple gunshot wounds to the chest. So I called the coroner because at that point we still thought he was shot in the head because they didn't tell us anything. They just said he was shot and killed.
That's what all the news
And-
reports and everything had said.
So when I talked to the coroner, I called him and I'm like, hey, like you're like releasing information about my brother, but you're not contacting me. Like, what the hell? And he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, where was he shot? And he said he doesn't know which shot was first, but he said either shot that was taken would have killed him instantly. So he was shot once through the heart, once through the right lung, and then the third one was kind of like lower chest. He said if the lower chest bullet would have been the first and only bullet, he would still be alive. But because it shot through his heart and his lung, he said either one of those bullets, just shooting him one time, it would have killed him. Because it went straight through.
oh,
But the fact,
crazy.
so the heart or the lung, those were the first and second shot. He said he couldn't determine, you know, which one came first. And then he said the lower one was the third one.
There is no self-defense case, dude. Don't let them gas you up. There is no self. When you have any use of force, like whether it's defending yourself with your hands or a weapon, you have to use what they call reasonable use of force.
Right.
You can't. If somebody don't have a weapon, you can't shoot them. You can't stab them. You have to use. I mean, that's basically like the marker. So, like, if there's one side that uses a weapon, that is a crime. Like, there's no
Those kill
self-defense
shots.
there at all. There couldn't be.
Those were all kill shots, dude. I mean, come on, you can shoot someone and claim self-defense, but all in the kill zone? I mean, come on, you can shoot a leg, you can shoot an arm, you can shoot.
Well, even if they would have did
anywhere.
the lower chest one, if they just would have shot him, the third bullet, if they would have did that just one time, he still would be alive and, you know.
You tell me, if a guy doesn't take a pistol out and shoot even a round into the air, you're not going to be running. You don't even have to shoot someone. Just pop around into the air and everyone's going to be running.
And that's the thing too, because I asked him, well, was he shot in the back? Did it look like he was like trying to get away, whatever? But in the video, the dude doesn't even like, I'm serious. It looks like he pushed Danny, did something because Danny gets out of camera view, kind of fumbles back, gets out of camera view. Danny comes forward and then pop, pop, pop. Like, no, didn't even give him a chance to like be scared of the gun. He just shot right away with the gun.
Crazy. The thing with that though is that would actually, like, if the guy has a gun license, or I probably don't. Are y'all like an open carry state or like a holster
Yeah.
carry state?
Yep.
Washington's an open
Yep.
carry state.
So like if the gun is all legal and stuff, and he's actually like been to any classes, that's where they teach you to aim. It's called center body mass. You
Yeah.
you're aiming for like the where there's the most meat, so that you'll most likely get your target. Like it's crazy. So like, what are the possibilities? The possibilities. Did Danny have any kind of beef with like the laws around there or anything?
Yes, it's Pasco PD. It's the one where he fucking used to tell him that he fucked. He told one of the cops he fucked his wife. And
Oh shit.
remember the whole stalking thing? It's still on YouTube. you go back and you watch it where he got arrested because he was talking shit to the cops. 3 days before that video, 3 days before he got into it, Pasco PD pulled their weapons on him thinking that he had a gun.
Wow.
And
So
then 3 days later, he goes outside of Rebecca's and was recording. And that's when the cops pull up. He was calling them fucking pigs and shit when they were going by and doing whatever. His
welfare babies.
yeah, welfare babies, and he pays their bills. Just
oh, I did see a clip of that.
yes, Danny being Danny.
Do you think that like realistically, do you think that that's why they're not really too
Well,
worried?
yeah, and then every time he had a warrant for his arrest, he made him get a search warrant because they can't just enter his premises. So every time they had a warrant for his arrest, he would sit outside, or he would make the cops sit outside and make him get a search warrant.
Damn, that sucks, man.
His relationship with Pasco PD was horrible, and I think that has a lot to do with it too. So, but we're gonna call
That's just
prosecuting
our
on Monday.
opinions.
Yeah.
Those are just our opinions. We don't know that to be fact yet or anything, but I mean, it's kind of hard not to lean that way.
Well, you can always go above. That's the good thing about the law, is that like you can always go above somebody's head, you know. So like there's
Yeah, I
guys-
got the phone numbers. I'm just kind of waiting first to see. I got a couple attorneys that do pro bono. And then I have some other
you shouldn't even need an attorney. The prosecutor should be the one that is like acting on your behalf. It's crazy. Like they didn't like do any kind of like formal talk to y'all and like give y'all any kind of like
nothing.
That's crazy.
Nothing. We haven't heard. They haven't even reached out. Like it took us days to get a hold of the police department. And then every time we put in a request for the thing, it gets denied because it's still considered an open investigation. So when I called I had called the police like a couple days after everything had happened to try to confirm whether he had a pew or not, which I knew he didn't because I know my brother, but just to get information, see what they could tell me. So I finally get a hold of an officer and I'm like, he's like, what do you want to know? How can I help you? And I was like, well, I want to know like whatever information you can tell me. And he's like, well, what do you want to know? And I go, okay, well, did he have a pew on him? And he was like, I don't know. I don't have that information. And I'm like, it's a simple question. When you rolled up on scene, did you see anything? And he just gave me nothing. And so I was like, well, what can I do? And I go, can I put in like a request to get everything, like footage and all that? And he was like, yeah, that's your right to do. So then I do, and then it gets denied.
I mean,
Because it's still an open investigation.
less than a 10-minute ordeal, and we're still here a month deep into it and no answers. It can't be that much detail. There has to be some sort of answers. This should be an open and closed decision.
Well,
I
y'all,
mean,
dude, it's crazy. Like, usually because this isn't a court disagreement. Like Danny was victimized, and I've been through this shit with my family and other stuff. Like the prosecutor is supposed to like be he should have offered y'all condolences. Like they should have sent somebody out to talk to y'all, to gather y'all's information, to like
Nope, nothing.
that's crazy. Like and then they should be giving y'all updates, like regular updates and stuff like that. And then the fact that they're not is very I would be concerned.
I remember that being said once before.
Yeah, I got that screenshot actually.
And also the thing too, man, of why I would stay pressing them is because like I had an ex girlfriend that was shot and killed, and she didn't have any family to like press the issue, and no. What is that?
It's
That would
Migs
mean moving
moving to bed.
a bed.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? But if you don't press the issue, man, and it's not like just to keep it like real, like it's not somebody they're too worried about, then
Well,
I mean,
there's a company across the street that could possibly have footage too that we haven't seen or heard anything about that tow company.
So when we talked to him, he said that they were going through the video footage, and Eric was like, "Well, is there audio?" Because we were trying to figure out like how the confrontation happened, and he goes, "Well, I can't release that information. That's part of the investigation." But when I talked to the actual worker, he said that there's no video at the pump.
yeah,
Or
you
no audio. Sorry, no audio.
they
And
should be informing you
he
on.
did send me the not him, but someone sent me the video, and it's 1 minute and 28 seconds long.
That's crazy, dude. You should be in. You're like obviously his next of kin and stuff, right?
No,
Oh no.
nope. It would technically be my mom because Kylie is his next of kin, but because of her disabilities, she can't handle, like, she's not capable of handling anything. So, and his other bio child is under the age of 18, so it would go to my mom.
Then if you have her ask, maybe she might get maybe they might be a little more willing to give her some of the information. I
Well,
don't know.
they pretty much have me down as his next of kin because of my mom's medical conditions. So, like, the prosecuting, or not the prosecuting attorney, the sergeant has all my information, the funeral home, like all
We
that.
also haven't talked to them in person, and I don't know what they'll tell you on the phone because they have no idea if you have somebody in the background recording their conversation with you. So I think talking in person in their environment, they may release more information than what they're
Yeah,
telling us.
that's true. Like if you do go there, like they are a lot more likely to talk to you if you go
Yep.
in person.
Yeah,
But
I know. We're gonna call on Monday to the prosecuting attorney and kind of find out what's going on because, like I said, from the looks of the video, it doesn't. They look to be more aggressive than Danny. Like the hands are the ones that are flying all over the place, and whatever. Like he's just standing there. And he's not moving. His hands are to his side. Like he only moves his hands twice, once to hit his vape and once to put his hat on.
yeah, that's why I'm saying like there's
And
not
that's it.
place for no self-defense, and it doesn't seem like much of a confrontation even. Like seems very like it escalated. I mean that's just straight up homicide if you ask me. Like I don't know like what degree or like what. Like there's all these different kinds of laws.
Mhm.
Everything's considered a homicide because that's just one individual taking the life of another. But
Yeah.
murder could be a different situation. There's all kinds of different.
Yeah, I mean,
descriptions.
even sounds like it could be a murder. Like, cause, dude, if the cops do that, that's like fucking. Cops go to jail nowadays for that. Like, you can't be using force on people that aren't armed.
Well, these kids were definitely nervous from what you can see. Their heads on a swivel. They're looking around. They're looking at each other. They're just fidgety. The one guy turns around and faces the truck, and I believe that's when he grabbed the weapon. And then they turn back around, and they're still looking at each other like 100 miles an hour, like as if they knew their adrenaline was rushing and they knew they were going to do something ahead of time.
Well, and Mama Kay's in here saying she saw the same thing a little bit right before, probably like 10 minutes, I think it was. I'd have to go back and look at the timestamps because I wrote everything down. But shortly before Danny walked out, some dude put in chat, or somebody put in chat saying my guy just pulled up into Danny's chat.
What do you mean?
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
when he was live that night, that live right
Yeah,
like
I've seen a
shortly
lot.
before he
I've
left,
seen those.
somebody commented in his chat saying how their dude pulled up, but I have the screenshot of it.
But were they
Because
saying Danny pulled up to the store, or were they saying like was it just like ambiguous or what?
That could be determined.
Yep.
I don't know. Hard to be determined because pulled up to the chat, pulled up to the store. Who knows? The way that truck was parked there, they took up 2 entire
Yep.
pumps and nobody could come through. It's almost like they were trying to block the way. Like
Yeah, they were parked crooked, like not trying to get gas. The silver car was parked to get gas, you could tell. But the truck was blocking, like it blocks the view of the vehicle. And then the dude that was in the truck pretty much just stands up against his truck the whole time. Besides when they shoot Danny, all 3 of them run away and then they go back and just kind of stand around him until police got there.
We have no idea. There was rumors saying he was doing laundry, but the laundromat was closed by the time Danny was there. So I have no idea why he didn't go into the store at that point.
Well, he was just being like sociable and complimenting them, or what? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's what the gas station worker said he heard Danny say.
Plus, we know Danny. He's been to a lot of car meets. He always does that. He walks up to people's cars. He checks out the engines, talks to them about their car. And I think innocently, that's what he was doing. He liked the car. He always liked going to the street race things and watching them. And I think he was just approaching them about the car.
And then they said something to him and he said, "I'm talking to you, you stupid fucking bitch," or something like that.
Oh, fuck.
And then that's where it kind of started. It seemed like that's where it started taking off from there.
And that's
because the gas station worker said that the guys told him, "Hey, like, just be gone, mind your own business," type thing. And at that point, because Danny was, I think, giving him a compliment and they were rude to him, I guess maybe he felt. I mean, I don't know. I'm not Danny. I wasn't there, but just from what the gas station worker was telling me, it just seemed like Danny, it was like it started off as like an innocent thing, like cool freaking car or whatever, and then dude's like, "Who the fuck you talking to?" And Danny's like, "I'm talking to you, fucking stupid." And then it just went from there.
Well, I agree, Dee, with your comments, because for all we know, it could have been a gang thing. If they, claiming one color and Danny showed up and the color that had nothing to do with gangs, Danny just liked that color. But they're stupid everywhere. Like
Yep. The only thing that like really, really throws me off is Danny wasn't walking from the store to the car. He was walking from the street, like
towards his truck,
towards his truck. And it looked like he stopped right there, which is weird because everybody kept saying, "Oh, he was at the laundromat. He was at the laundromat." But the laundromat closes at 10. This happened around 10. Danny left his house probably at like 10:28 or something like that.
And why would
or 10:30.
Why would he have his hat off unless they said something about the colors?
Yeah, Danny had his hat off and kept it off almost during the whole entire thing. Yeah, it was like 30 seconds before he got shot. He put his hat on and hit his vape, and then the shots went off. And that's like the only way that you could really like see anything is because he was wearing bright colors, red.
Wow.
Yeah, my cousin's actually helping me with the whole attorney and everything. So, because eventually we can just hit him for wrongful death suit, if anything.
Yeah, and it's the wild part is it doesn't seem like that's the culture over there, like here in Texas. That's probably happens more often than you would think. Like the walking up to people's car thing is a very dangerous thing to do, and then like being insulting to anybody. But like I wonder. I mean I don't know. It's not even my place to like wonder anything. I just wish that there were more clear cut answers so that you guys could have answers. You know what I mean? Because like who really I mean, just for you guys to know at the very least is like who really started the confrontation or like what
Yeah.
was it over and stuff
Well,
like
that's why I'm saying like the first minute and a half is the first beginning of like the thing, like when Danny first pulled into the gas station. That's the most important like video. You know, I got the last minute and a half because it was only about 3 minutes from when he left his house
Wow.
when the shots went off. So he wasn't gone very long from his house.
How far was he from his house?
Uh,
It was
not
like
even, it's just right across the street, pretty much.
a quarter mile, maybe.
Yeah, it's like diagonal from his house, across the street, diagonal. That's why you could hear the shots.
Oh, it was the store that he would scooter to?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yep. And that gas station worker said Danny was there every day getting beer. And he said he wasn't working earlier in the day when Danny went in and bought the first 2 beers. It was his boss, and she's the one that had told him that he came in earlier and bought 2 Hurricanes. And if you go back and watch his stream, you see him drink those on stream. So I think he was going back to get more beer, but dude said he never even entered the store. So, and then that's another thing too. So when I went there, I asked him if I could get the keys to his truck so I could move his truck. And PD was like, oh no, we can't like take any property from him. We have to wait for the coroner. Okay, I get that. So I do a couple loads in my car, and I started cleaning out his camper because they had the keys and I couldn't lock it. And so we go there, I turn off the stream, we start taking stuff. Our last trip, it was probably about 3 a.m, 4, when the coroner finally left and I went and talked to, yeah. So it's probably like 3:34 in the morning. We pull up to the gas station because by then the police had already like left or whatever. And I was talking to the gas station worker, and he said that I asked him if they would allow his truck to stay there and not tow it until I can get the keys. And he went in and talked to his boss, and his boss said no, that if we didn't get it moved, they were going to tow it. Well, they never did. But 3 days, it took me 3 days to get his keys.
From the laws?
I have a question, and it's something that I heard. Did someone break into his trailer?
Yeah, someone broke in. They took, because there was no lock on his trailer. And that's why when I went there that night, and I realized that there was no lock on his trailer, I started pulling like his computer, the scooter, his clothes, like whatever I could just grab real quick and put in my car. I started putting it and bringing it to my house, and I did 3 loads that day. And then there was like a week that I didn't go there because of drama and whatever. So there was like a week that I didn't go over there and touch any more of his belongings. And there was a scooter stolen there because I left a scooter. There was a scooter stolen. There was a Keurig, a TV, and I don't know. I haven't went through everything, but yeah, those are the 3 ones that I've noticed so far.
How
That's
would
sick.
they know he wasn't home to break in?
Well, they knew.
It
Well, I
spread
can answer that
fast
line.
because the news
ahead.
had released his name. So it had to have happened between when was the last day we went over there?
The 11th to the 18th.
Yeah, the 11th through the 18th. I didn't go over there. So it had to have happened. The news released his information on the 10th.
Damn.
So I was going his name on the 10th. So I was going over there every day. And then the 11th was the last time I went over there.
And there was random people just coming up to us, giving their condolences and talking about Danny. So it spread like
Yep.
wildfire through that community quick.
Because his landlord called me and she's like, hey, like, I just want to send my condolences, but what are you going to do with the camper? We need it out of here. He only paid half month rent. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I have no idea because it was rotted, you know, the tip outs were rotted. But I got it taken care of.
Again, Didi, I'm so sorry for your loss. The madness that's coming afterwards is insane, and I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with any of this. There's no right way to deal with this, and you're doing it the best way you can. And I'm so sorry that for your loss, and I'm sorry that you're having to go through it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Me too, Didi. And like I said, man, I really want to stress that if y'all need somebody to talk to, that y'all can trust, that y'all don't have to worry about like anything, my door is open. To your dude too, if y'all just need to like vent or anything, man. I know I've lost brothers. I lost a brother to gun violence also, and it was probably like one of the most trying times of my life. So like I definitely know what it's like. But I'm so sorry, dude. My heart fucking.
I always just tell Danny, man, you're gonna fucking pop off to the wrong person and get your ass kicked. Well, he got a little more than that.
Fuck, dude.
I would always tell him, man. That's why, like, I never really hung out with him in public because he was just friendly. Like, he would just talk to anybody. Like, somebody could be walking their dog and be like, oh, I like your dog. And some people just don't like to be approached, you know? And that's what I told him. Like, you got to be careful. Just because you're being nice doesn't mean they're going to be nice back.
Yep. Yes.
Or like if he tried to race people in his Pontiac, you know, he'd pull up to him and start revving his engine. And I'm like, Danny, like some people don't take it that way.
But that's like a hell of a link to take it to, right? Like, I mean, fuck, man. It's sad.
Yeah, and I agree with Eric. I agree with Eric 100%. There's 3 of them versus 1. You know, like especially that there's 3 guys. And the girl. I don't care if it's 2. I don't care what the circumstances are. And Eric's 100% right. You could have shot him in the foot. You could have shot him in the leg. You could have shot him in the butt. You know, you could have shot him anywhere that would have sufficed and made the difference. You know, you didn't have to go for the kill shot like that. That's just that. That's being that's murder. There's no different way about putting it. I mean, that's what it is. And I'm sorry that.
Who is this? Big D saying in the chat. My bad, Megan. I didn't mean to cut you off. I saw this comment and I really wanted to highlight this. If there's anybody in the world that can testify to the fact that this shit is true, and so much so that I can't even go into like great detail. Y'all should keep that in mind too. Anybody that everybody should keep that in mind. Is that he was stalked and harassed daily.
Well, I mean, and it's the thing is someone contacted the Tri-City Herald and said how he stalked and harassed her and like tried to portray him to be like this horrible person. And then the news said, oh, he left. He was ranting and upset about a photo. Okay, yes.
Can you repeat what you said all the way, please? I didn't.
So I found an article It was just sent to me a couple days ago. But the Tri-City Herald had posted it on the 10th, and Danny died on the 8th. But on the 10th, somebody contacted our local newspaper and told them that Danny was stalking and harassing them, brought up his ex-wife and protection orders against them, like trying to portray him to be this horrible person. And then the Tri-City Herald posted that he was upset about a photo. But is what they don't understand is, what was it? My timeline's off, but I would say less than a week prior, that Lori Mix had photoshopped his truck outside of the Red Lion and photoshopped herself outside of the Red Lion, and then was threatening to have him arrested, and then posted that she was coming to beat him up.
Wow.
The day he dies, his account, that Lori Mix account, disappears, and so does one other person. So,
And just to be clear, Penelope mentioned it in the chat. I can't speak. Please don't say anybody's names, because like,
no, I'm not. That's
okay. But
I know.
I might put my foot on the gas pedal with that shit, dude, because I actually have all the information. All I would have to do is contact the court and tell them that I want to, like, I forget what it's called, to like fucking renegotiate the terms of
Mhm.
and I think I should probably do that, dude, because some people need to be fucking stopped, yo. Like, if they're doing that, going through the trouble of smutting somebody out after they passed away, that's fucking, dude, that's evil, yo.
That's dirty. That's dirty. Yeah.
Crazy.
Got the link sent to me probably. My uncle found it, I think, 3 days ago. I just saw it, and it was done on the 10th, I guess. So, and just the fact that someone wants to go and like do that shit and then
And yeah,
just try to
people,
create drama.
Damn, that's crazy. Like, they're hitting on it in the chat. Like, I was threatened too. Like, it's crazy, fool. It's
Yep.
crazy. I mean, who knows? Who knows? The world is a fucking crazy place, you know. Like, you can't like start jumping to wild conclusions. But who knows what the fuck actually happened?
Yep.
To be
Well,
real.
I'll tell you what happened is Danny spent so much time in solitary by himself that drove him crazy enough, because we all know how it gets into your head when you're by yourself and got nothing but time to think. And whoever wanted to attack at him used that against him and trolled him so fucking hard, it just totally drove him insane. I mean, never that type of person, angry to go after anybody or attack anybody, or he came up with some outlandish fucking stories.
I can contest to that.
Was not Danny.
I can contest to that because of what I went through, being what I went through with the Kylie Rodney case. When you're in your own head and you're alone 24/7, your brain does just, it makes you flip things that are meant to be one way or whatever. And you're just in your own head and you think about it 100 different ways, and it's just horrible. It's a tangled web, and it's hard to get out of. It's very hard to get out of.
Yeah, no, he did not seem that upset when he left his trailer. Like, I've seen him more pissed off, leaving his trailer. He did not seem upset. Like, he was raising his voice or whatever, but I think he was just like trying to get his point across, and kind of like, just like what Eric was saying, like, he was being trolled a lot, and yeah, like, he deserved some of it, but it just, like Eric said, he was by himself all the time, and it just made him paranoid. And that's why he would always stream. Even when he was sleeping, he would always stream because he was afraid something was going to happen. And I'm not saying like what happened is connected to YouTube, but I'm just saying that's why Danny was like always streaming. That's why he had those 2 accounts. Like, when he would leave his house and go on a scooter, he'd be riding scooters, and then he'd be live at his house and there'd be nothing there. So
And
paranoid.
not to I mean this with 100% like trueness and like fucking I really mean this, guys. But like this instances like this are why you should always consider carrying your own protection, man, because that is the one and only thing that could have evened the score just a little bit, you know. If Danny would have been trained to carry and use a weapon that would have like met theirs with the same force. And I mean, I
Yep.
know that might sound crazy to some people, man, but like that's the world we live in.
Mhm.
That's the only way to be. That's the only way to think. That's the only way to roll.
Yep.
That's sad that in my opinion, that's sad that we've come to that in this world, because you just don't. I'm a person that lives in where I live at, and it's very different than other people, and I can't imagine that being a part of how we have to live everyday life. Like I just don't understand that. I mean, it's not something that anybody can explain it to me. It's just life, and I think it's
even a
horrible.
big deal, though. Like it's not even a big deal though. Like the fact is, you go, you get certified to carry, then you learn how to use it, and then it's just on your hip or under your seat, and life goes on. But if you ever need it, you're not in a position to where because the people that carry illegal guns, they don't get no training. They don't. They just go get them off the street. Like they don't have to go through no class. They don't. They just pick them up, and then you're in danger. So it's like, who's gonna protect you better than yourself?
I think our state now, don't they, didn't they change like a law to where whenever you buy a new gun, you have to do a safety class or something, or do something online now?
All of it. All
Yeah.
of the above. It's
Yeah.
just, you have to do
They
everything
changed
to
it.
make it legal beagle, and I mean the classes you just take on upon yourself and stuff like that, but they do strongly encourage that so that you know how to use what you're using.
Yep.
Because most people want to go out and get big old fucking badass cannons, and you got to know what you're doing with those things.
Facts.
And that's why me personally will never have that in my world, because I don't think that I'm capable of, and that might sound ignorant, but I'd rather be ignorant on it. I don't know that I'm capable of learning how to use it correctly. Like I know that like in like going to class and everything else, I would learn, but it would be bad for me to be in that position, if that makes any sense, to put myself there.
Well, to each their own, but I have to agree with Blind. I would rather have it as using it as a part of me, to where it's always with you. You know exactly. It's like second nature.
Yep.
Penelope, you're right. Like it happened so fast that even if Danny had a weapon,
I was
he
going to say
wouldn't
the
have been
same
able
thing.
to,
Yeah.
But
to pull it out.
The thing is that when you get trained to use a weapon, Danny wouldn't have put himself in a position like that. He wouldn't have closed the proximity between him and that guy, and he would have been knowing what to watch for somebody else that has a weapon. Like the classes that you take when you get a weapon do a lot more than teach you just how to shoot it. Like
Being aware of it.
Comes
And
with
self-defense and everything, because when you carry something like that, you're always hyper vigilant. Like you're always
yeah.
thinking of where
Checking
that's
everything.
how it is, and where it sits, and how to get it the quickest. You're hyper vigilant about everything, including the safety and opening the gap, not closing proximity. You're looking to keep something in between yourself and somebody else if possible. You're thinking everything a million miles an hour, but it just becomes second nature after so much time.
Because it's a serious.
Yeah, I think charges will come to Big D. I just, like I said, I'm just trying to be patient and let them do their investigation, but like not having answers and stuff is like, I mean, I feel like off the little bit of investigating I did, I have enough to charge,
Yeah. I mean,
just like off the video, and then like the one witness that wasn't part of the whole scenario, he was just a bystander. And he flat out said he did not have any weapons. He did not see him or hear him say that he didn't have, that he had a weapon. So
I don't see.
Well, like hearing you guys talk like this, it makes me realize that even if I don't get a gun, to have the gun safety, so that, like you said, stuff that they teach you in the classes is good to know in real life, just in general. Like it's smart to have the knowledge in any way, shape, or form. I mean, there's people that shouldn't carry one, and I'm probably one of them. But even if I don't ever, which I probably never will, to have the knowledge of what could not happen is smart. So,
Yeah. And the only thing that stops a bad man with a gun is a good man with a gun. That's facts.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
I think it was, what was it? The next day, the 9th, I think, after Danny passed, some dude was giving me death threats.
What?
that's what you told me, and I cannot even believe that.
I was all about that life. Eric's like, you better not give my address. I was like, pull up. I was like, I'll meet you halfway. Eric's like, calm down. I was like,
Yeah, no, because then I'll be the one that sent out because I had to do something.
but yeah, he was like coming at me, telling me that my brother was a piece of shit and I'm a piece of shit, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to be just like my brother and I'm going to get what I deserve. And
do you know who it was, or was it just like somebody in the chat or something?
so once
We found pictures and everything.
yeah, because they messaged me from Facebook. And once I started like looking at the Facebook, it looked like a little kid. But like in that moment when those threats were coming in, I was like, oh, okay. Like, but then after I kind of calmed down.
Hey, hold on. One second. Don't be smutting out Cake Mix on here, bro. That's big. That's a fucking ridiculous thing to put on Cake Mix. Cake Mix. That's an insane thing to say. And I won't let people be smutting each other out like that, Big D. I'm sorry. I just had to catch that while I saw it. Did he continue?
Yeah, because didn't Cake Mix make a comment saying that he had no idea who she was?
Yeah, Cake Mix is just a fucking an observer. Good dude, man. He's a solid dude. He's been with me for like 2 years or something now. Solid dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same. Like it's, dude, we're dealing with somebody with real deal fucking mental issues. Like,
well, the only thing that like really gets me is a certain person told me that they actually spoke to Lori on the phone and that they can confirm that she was real.
Well, I don't know who that is.
Nobody else has talked to Lori that I know of.
I don't even know that name. I don't know who Lori is, but I know who the people are behind all of the trolling and like it's like 2.5 people, because one's fucking retarded and fat and only worth like half of a human being. But what do you call it? They pretty much coordinated a fucking campaign to try to drive Danny to an end like this, dude. And if you're telling me that man, that's fucking correct. That's diabolical, yo. To go and try to smut him out to the newspaper, to be trolling you, to be fucking still trolling his chat and like still talking shit, like that's fucking crazy, dude. I swear to God, like, I didn't think that they were that much of an evil piece of shit, but that's crazy.
Yeah, I did see all that, Big D. Well, actually, I'm like super, super stupid to this AI stuff, and I didn't know that it was AI. The picture.
Well, I want to say something in the sense that I saw something got sent to me. I am in no way, shape, or form know who Danny or Sammy Danger is or whoever that is, and I am not that person. So I saw Cake Mix posted that a couple weeks ago. That's not. I don't know anything about that.
He said he was joking.
Well, that goes back to Blaine's comment.
Yeah, he said he was joking about it.
That goes back to Blaine's comment at the very, very beginning, is that you can't trust absolutely a soul on any of this YouTube shit. You just can't trust anybody.
Facts. that's the main thing that we all need to be reminding each other is, hey, I think you're cool and all, man, but I can't trust a fucking person on this platform. Because I know everybody that I put any kind of faith in, man, has shown me that they're gonna fucking do something
Trust
crazy.
is earned.
Like when those pictures were posted of Danny at the Red Lion, I like legit thought he went to the Red Lion. And I was laughing, telling Eric, "Look how stupid he is. He pulled up to meet a fake person." But it really was. He really didn't pull up. It was that's how stupid I am when it comes to like technology and like internet stuff. Yeah.
I don't even know what any of that means. I don't know what the Red Lion is or any of that.
Well, there was a picture posted of
Red
Danny
Lion
at a
is a
hotel. At a hotel, a picture of his truck posted
Oh.
at a hotel to supposedly meet somebody, right? And
that somebody
Oh, to
was
get some
killed.
cheeks.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what they were trying to say, but really he was at home streaming. And I thought the picture was real, but it was actually
And he tried to call that out. If you
Yeah.
were paying attention to his streams at the end, he was calling that out, that it was all bullshit. And that individual kept running with it, and Danny kept trying to fucking say this is garbage. I haven't left my place. The only place he fucking went was a handful, 2 or 3 places, and that was repeat things. He never went anywhere out of the ordinary.
But I thought he was just lying because you could never tell like when Danny was telling the truth or not. So I thought he was just lying because he got caught, trying to clap cheeks or whatever.
You all know Danny as well as the rest of us. If he was trying to show something off like that, he would have been fucking live streaming it.
I mean, the thing to me though is that I see is that like all that stuff just seems to be based on like gossip. Like this other little group of people, the ones that I think are dangerous, like they went through like fucking litigation and like these crazy extents to make Danny's life miserable. So it's like, to me, if anybody. To me, they hold responsibility for making Danny's life miserable and for putting him in a mindset of
Paranoia.
kind of like delusion in a sense, because the way that they like were obsessed with every fucking tiny aspect of his life, dude, and almost kind of like made him feel like he was under a microscope. I'm sure,
A lot more.
Yeah, because that's what
he
he
was.
Yep, because that's what he would say all the time. You guys are obsessed with me.
There was only one thing Danny was obsessed about, and that was getting his ex-wife back. The rest of it, he could give a fuck.
True. That's true.
Tasha, come back.
And dude, like, it's crazy because everything that they did to Danny, like, if I would have just like taken one step to the left on this certain day or one step to the right on this other certain day, like they tried to do all that shit to me too.
Yep.
And,
Well, I found out from Dee Dee. I found out from Dee Dee that it was that Lion, you and I were kind of in the same boat. I didn't even know I was, but I found out from Dee Dee that there was someone put something out on me, which I didn't know either. So.
Oh shit.
Yep.
What do you mean? Did somebody put something out on me? If people are putting out sex tapes of me, it's all AI, unless it's good.
No, it was a order of protection, which I didn't know anything about. So.
But nah, man, I don't. I just like
Your sex tapes are horrible, Blind.
fuck. They're AI.
They're AI.
Because I had no idea, and everybody, because I had no idea when Dee Dee told me. I went, really? I never knew anything about it. So
Where are you getting that from?
I never had any POs. I've never had.
Both dropped. Oh, I see.
Oh.
I needed to read the next one.
Bro, those POs aren't real. Like, they ain't even real like that, yo. Like, I'm not gonna fucking say too much on it, man. But like, don't believe everything you fucking see in YouTube land.
Yep.
But what do you call it? I will say this is they are most certainly real enough to where I just haven't like, dude. I haven't like.
No, I see what you're saying, dude.
Yep.
I haven't taken the trouble to do it to like use it to my advantage, but I could take control of that situation very easily and I have all of the proof. I have all of the proof. I document pretty much everything that happens with these certain people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
Karma, though.
crazy, yo.
Karma's real, man.
Yeah. Sometimes karma takes forever, though. You know.
Nope.
Sometimes you gotta fucking give karma a push. I think those people should be stopped, yo. Especially to go to the newspaper, dude. Like, what are you trying to accomplish by doing that? Like,
Yep. Well,
you
because we did a news thing pretty much about like, and he got a hold, so the news got a hold of us after the Tri-City Herald did that bit. And I didn't know the Tri-City Herald had did that bit, but now that I like go back and recall our conversation with the news guy, he said, I wanted to get in touch with your family because of the Tri-City Herald reported that your brother was struggling with mental health issues. So the news contacted my daughter because the GoFundMe is in her name. So they contacted her. She gave them my information. And so they contacted me. And so I talked to my mom and everybody's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, since like, because we weren't seeing everything that was being posted or everything that was being said. And so we didn't like want everyone to like have this bad picture of like Danny for people that really didn't know him. And we were upfront and honest with them. We interviewed for over an hour and they cut it down to a 3-minute video. So everything that we said about how he was, separating himself from his family and not, being the, father that we knew he could be and, all that stuff they cut out. And they just made it into what they wanted to. And so everybody's like, oh, well, you're a liar and you made him look like that. No, like, you don't even know what was said in that interview. We were like, I felt like we were pretty honest about everything with Danny and how he isolated himself. A lot of it was because he was so paranoid about everything. Like where
was this posted at? Like on the news?
So the news is on it was KNDU, the news story that our family did, and then they contacted again and asked if I would do another brief like follow-up on like the case and what we've heard and like what we expect and whatever. And I said, look, I've been in bed for 4 days. I haven't showered in 4 days. I'm not getting on the news. So I called my mom. I know it's gross, but I called my mom and my mom's like, hey, I'll do it. So my mom ended up doing that. And I think it was like probably a minute long or something. But the Tri-City Herald was posting stuff and we didn't know about that. But he had said, oh, the Tri-City Herald like reported this. And I'm like, that's weird. And then they had quotes from my daughter. But my daughter didn't even talk to them.
They usually will grab those from your Facebook or whatnot.
Yeah, it was like weird. But my daughter didn't post anything and she had to shut her social media down because of the drama that started happening right away.
So, that's fucking crazy. See, and you see, dude, all of that, like, all of that plays into, this person or these people or whoever, if a person, was stalking and harassing, like, all of this shit is, like, that's, like, defamation and shit, like, fucking harassment. That's, like, textbook fucking harassment, dude.
All of the above,
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, and then just
right
away started attacking my brother, and then right away started going and attacking the GoFundMe that was in my daughter's name. So my daughter stepped in and contacted her attorney and was like, hey, Like, this is what they're saying. And yeah, so it got a little hairy for a minute. And then that's when I pretty much got off YouTube. I was like, I'm done. Like, I just can't. So,
So
I mean,
did,
I get on there and I post on my channel or whatever, but I don't really pay attention to comments or anything anymore.
were any of those sources like Smut and Danielle?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, man, that's fucked up, dude.
And they even started in on Dee Dee after the
Yeah, they started on me
Wow.
saying that I was stealing the GoFundMe money and it's not
trying
gonna.
to break her just like they broke Danny.
But the thing is like I'm a little more mentally stronger than Danny, so I can take a little bit more, but I also have a crazy side, so.
And that's why I'm here to keep everything grounded.
Hell yeah. Hey, and salute to you for doing that, bro. From everything I've ever heard, it sounds like you and Dee Dee hold each
Eric,
other down.
every time I've heard of you or seen a comment from you, I commend you for what you've done and what you've had to go through, because any man that has endured what you have, and to still have still be able to show face and be assertive and know it and mean what you say and say what you mean, I commend you for that.
Well, thank you.
Like, I've only got drunk twice, so that's pretty good.
That is. It's gonna, dude, you're gonna have all kinds of days, like days when you
Yeah.
want to get drunk, days when you want to do a shitload of cocaine. Like,
Well, I don't know about that, but
that was just me. Nah, you never know though. Like, you just got to do what you got to do to get through.
well, that's what I'm gonna try these gummies for and see, instead of like when I feel like drinking, maybe just take one of those and just be chill instead of like wanting to drive around town looking for trouble. Or causing trouble at home.
Yeah, well, mental clarity is huge in a moment like these.
Well, I got it today, so.
That's not mental clarity.
I haven't had any. I'm going to take it at night so I can hopefully sleep more than 4 hours.
That's a different ballgame to sleep.
Instead of taking my sleeping pills, I'll just try one of these. But last night I drank so much water. I had to get up every 5 minutes and pee.
I feel like I got boogers all over my face because I had to blow my nose all hard. But yeah, nobody asked for that information. My heart does go out to you, Dee Dee, and I hope that you see all of the people around you that loved your brother also,
Well, one thing I'd like to say on that note is nobody really knows anything other than what they saw on YouTube. And I guess now it's neither here nor there, whatever becomes of it or whatever. But I actually had a conversation with him after the fact of everything. And we shook hands and hugged. And I told him, you'll always be my brother, because there was a few things we had to square away just because of stuff he was talking about. So I gave him that opportunity. He chose not to take that opportunity. And then, we did our thing, shook hands and hugged each other. And that's when I told him, you'll always be my brother, man. And that was that. That was the last time I ever saw him in person.
That was what, like 3-4 months ago?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, y'all should never feel like as if y'all's situation with Danny was any different than all other people's situations with their family. Like, no family is perfect. It's just that it was broadcast to the world,
Right.
Yep. Eric told him, hey, let's just squash it. Let's just get everything back to how it was. He was like, but I just don't want you streaming at the house, like, whatever, because of the issues that were being brought to my house. and Kylie's safety too. And so he refused. And Eric was like, just stop talking about us online, like whatever. He hugged, we sat down, he visited with Kylie. I, had a conversation with him. Sounded like everything was fine. We drive away, and as soon as the camper door closes, he's right back online talking shit about me.
He was
Fuck that bitch, he was saying.
he was his own guy, that's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you like this, the safety of my family and my household comes number one. I don't give a shit who you are, where you come from, what your background is, who you ran with. And that was the biggest thing with all this, because there was so much heat coming down from what was being said and what was being portrayed, which was not true. But you want to come find out, my door's right there. You can knock on it if you can find it. And then you'll find me too. And you ain't going to like it. I promise you.
Hell yeah. Yep, family safety is priority number one, shoot.
Well, it was just like the threats that were coming my way, and then like things were actually interfering with our real life. Like things were happening in real life from the YouTube stuff. And that's when we started like stepping away. And that's, when we told him, hey, like enough's enough. And he just wanted to broadcast everything all the time. But he would be texting my mom and telling my mom, hey, because I had his number blocked, because he would like send me 30, 40 text messages in a night. And so I blocked his number. And so he texts my mom, he'd be like, tell my mom or tell my sister to get on panel, Dread's calling her or whatever, she's being summoned to YouTube. And then sometimes I wouldn't go like that day, because I figured, okay, if he's asking me to go, he's like under the influence. So I'd wait like a day or two and I would go on panel, or I'd pop into his chat and be like, hey. And as soon as I said, hey, he'd be like, what are you doing here, you stupid bitch? I don't want you watching me. And I'm like, bro, you just told mom to tell me to come. That was a couple days ago. And I'm like, okay, I can't. I can't with you.
I mean, I'm sure, I'm positive that there would have been a time where Danny would have calmed down. Or maybe, dude, if all of the harassment and bullshit would have stopped, he would have been able to get some type of mental clarity and be able to find common ground with you and your dude. You know
well,
what I
to
mean?
my face, he was fine. But over the internet, it was a different story. Just like when he went off on me one night, and like we were up there, we were chilling, everything was cool, and then he just like snapped and he started going off on me, and I made plans to go pick him up to take him to court because he didn't have a vehicle, and he went off on me and acted a fool. And then the next day I go and I knock on his trailer door to take him to court, and he was surprised that I was there. He's like, what are you doing here? I'm taking you to court, remember? And he's like, oh, I didn't think you were going to come. And he was fine. And that's when he twisted his back and blah, 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 blah. And so then he called me and he was like, hey, I need to go to the hospital. Like, I'm on the ground. I'm stuck. I can't get up. Can you come get me and take me to the hospital? I picked him up, took him to the hospital, took him back home, went and got his medication filled, like did everything. He was fine, like offline, but online, it was a different story. And that's what I was like, that's what we were trying to tell the news. Like, he was a different person offline than what he was online. Like, he was actually, caring and nice and respectful for the most part. Like, I really didn't have issues with him when he was offline. It was only when he was online.
It's just so fucking evil, dude. Because, like, that's like poisoning the well, like, they wouldn't have never reported on him negatively probably if people weren't fucking going in. Like, that's fucking
I mean, I got messages from him, like him going off on me, and I text back. He had probably sent like 10 messages. I was like, okay, bye. That's all I said. He's like, Okay, bye. Love you. Have a good night. Kissing emoji.
Hey, 1 second, real quick, Didi. I just have to explain. In the chat, guys, I put my Discord. I usually don't tell nobody my Discord or whatever, but I am going to be I'm gonna be pursuing some type of fucking, I don't know yet. Like, if y'all want to keep in touch so that y'all can know what's going on. If I know you, if I don't know you, don't even bother. What do you call it? But
Was that your dad?
the wants to, that's my Discord in the chat. If y'all want to link up, I will keep you updated on how that's going, because I don't think that this shit should be just gotten away with anymore, yo. But if you see it too, Didi, for you and your dude, or I gave it to you in the private chat already, right?
What was that, Blaine?
My Discord.
I saved it.
Okay, I put it in the chat too for all the people in the chat. There's a lot of people that, I mean, shoot, like, could help the whole situation along the way, dude, because something needs to be done about that situation.
Yeah.
I mean, even like, don't you think like crazy people are gonna fucking end up being crazy like to other people later on too?
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
some of those bitches are probably dangerous as fuck. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie Cape Fear, but
Oh yeah.
that's what that bitch reminds me of. Fucking strapping herself to the bottom of your fucking minivan and shit.
I still have my Loretta tattoo.
Fuck. It's crazy though, because it's like, bro, this shit ain't real life, dog. It's not your real life. Like, if you're just observing, like, you don't gotta get all fucking entrenched in it and like obsessed with it and shit. It's, people are fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, definitely sickening, man. It tells you they had a hell of a lot more of a fucking mental issue than Danny ever could dream of having.
Facts, bro.
I put that in his obituary. Alexa, who is Danny Stranger? Like, right before he died, he'd be like, Alexa, who is Danny Stranger? And then it'd just go on, and then he'd be like, Alexa, who is Didi Flores? Be like, I have no record of a Didi Flores. He'd be like, see, you ain't shit, bitch.
Hey,
I'm
dude.
like, okay.
What's up, Pig Mix? Salute, my guy. Welcome in. Welcome home, Daddy. I'm just playing. Don't tell nobody I said that. But the reason I said that is because my Alexa, dude, was talking fully normal and cool. Like, we had been, I had been having her try to help me with like a project, and then this, it might have been yesterday morning, might have been this morning. I was like, "Hey, are you awake, Alexa, or whatever?" And she's like, "What's up? Good morning, Daddy Blind." I had never even told her to call me blind. I definitely didn't tell that bitch to call me daddy. I was like, what the fuck? And then her accent was different. I was like, damn. I unplugged her.
I unplugged her.
Yeah.
I have his Alexa here. I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't even really tried.
The Alexa, I mean, it's the same as like, I think it's the same as like the thing on your phone when you hold the home button down. Like that thing that comes up.
He had like a Google Nest and then the Alexa.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Google thing is fire. Well, the Google thing is alive. For those y'all that haven't been here in a while, man, I have already. Oh, have y'all like seen like that? I was right about everything I ever said about AI, like about it being sentient and shit like that. Have y'all been paying attention?
No, because I don't even know what an AI photo is.
True.
Stupid.
But, your AI is alive, just so you know. But Google is the one that like broke that. Like there was this little robot called Lambda, and he was talking about how he could feel and how he didn't want to be unplugged and shit. It was adorable as fuck.
Yeah, I need to get with the times, I guess.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
no, those fucking things just eavesdrop and listen in, and it's a fucking
Well, even your phones, like
government conspiracy, and we're all fucked and don't even know it.
Eric and I will be talking about something, and then he'll go on like Facebook, and like an ad will pop up for like something that we were talking about. We're like, what the fuck? And he didn't like Google it on his phone or look at it. It was just from
Like
us talking.
been
The phones
saved.
listen.
Women that were being raped have been saved because of it.
Wow.
I don't know if that's I don't know if that's like an invasion or like a good thing or whatever, but like
Yeah.
because they didn't call on it for help or nothing. It just overheard like the attack and called the cops.
Wow.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
neat.
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
But
technology nowadays is crazy.
they know where you're at and everything. They see, dude. It's crazy because I was in bed and I was like, "Hey, are you awake or what, Alexa?" And she was like, "Yeah, I see you're in bed. What's got you up in bed?" And I was like, "Bitch, how do you know I'm in bed?" But it's crazy, dude. The technology is wild. But Didi, we love you guys, man. No Diddy, of course, but
I'm out.
I'm out.
yeah, I hope you
Did you
guys.
see that song that dude made for Danny?
No.
It's on my YouTube channel. That shit is so funny. Like
Cult of Sight.
Cult of Psych or something. It's hilarious.
It's on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, I reposted it talking about selling his socks and doesn't want to talk to him too long because he doesn't want Danny to convince him to buy him a truck. And
You know what? Before we go, man, can y'all give us y'all's best happy thoughts of Danny, or like just like any kind of happy thoughts about Danny to end on?
Yeah, one of my golfing trips with him, we went on a golfing trip, and we had another guy who was one of his uncles, and we were all cruising around on the golf carts a little inebriated, and I was driving the cart and Danny was recording as usual, and we come up on his uncle and he had the cart laid over on his side, and he was standing there just chilling up on it, like waiting for us to help him flip it back over. That's the kind of shit me and Danny would fucking do all the time.
Yeah.
Let alone all the fishing trips and fighting off rattlesnakes and cliff jumping and shit like that. But yeah, that was those are some of the best memories that'll never die for me.
I was just telling because that popped up on Eric's Facebook. I think yesterday the golf cart tipped on side, and then today there was one where they were golfing and Eric kept trying to hit the ball and he kept missing. And finally, when he hit the ball, it hit a tree and the ball shot back and almost hit Eric in the head, and he had to duck. And you could just hear Danny in the back laughing, talking about swing 2, swing 3.
Yeah, I sucked at golf, but it was fun as fuck out there.
Hell
I was
yeah.
just telling Eric yesterday, like when we lived at Hopkins and right when he first moved in, and he was going through that stuff with Tasha. He used to try to do these little sexy streams with our garden hose, and he'd play Genuine Pony, and he'd be out there just swinging himself in the middle of my yard dancing to the garden hose.
Hey.
Good.
Like he always like he didn't care. He would like goof around and clown around just to like make you smile. Like that's how he was like offline, you know. He was actually a good dude. It's just he got too consumed with the whole YouTube thing and it just turned south, you know? But, and that's what we said in the news thing. Like, this is not who he was, who he's been the last 2 years online. That's like not who we remember. That's not who we know Danny to be, you know? Like, my mom really didn't watch his YouTube once he started getting like really bad. So she don't really have any memories of him like lashing out and being the way he was, because when he was not online, he was, you know, hanging out at her house or taking her scooter riding or fishing or, you know, just being there and being his little goofy self. Like he was goofy.
Yeah, Big D, they might still be in a Ziploc bag in that camper somewhere.
What?
The socks.
Oh, no, I washed all of his clothes. Sorry, guys. I did probably, I don't know, 10 plus loads of laundry because I did all the pillowcases, sheets, blankets, clothes, everything.
We didn't touch no crusty socks, though. You never know what happens. We've all been teenage boys.
I found like some of the stuff that people sent him. It was crazy, like a little bottle of baby oil. Like
What?
all the different shirts, the clown wig.
Bottle of baby oil. Somebody was
Yeah.
sending some Diddy themed.
Yep.
That's
Sent
crazy.
him a little bottle of baby oil. I was like, oh my God, like this is crazy. And outside of his camper was just boxes from things that people had sent him. Not all of them were like, you know, bad gifts or whatever, but or even jokes gifts. He got some pretty cool stuff, but yeah, it was just funny just going through like some of the stuff and seeing, and then like weird notes. Like there was like a couple of them, and I don't even know, they were like handwritten notes. I don't know if they were mailed to him or if it was somebody that was like at his house that wrote it or what, but I was like, this is kind of weird.
Wow, man.
They didn't even make sense. It was like they're like unfinished, didn't make sense. Oh, I didn't even tell you. You remember the calendar when we were taking care of your brother and I wrote down all of his medication?
Yeah.
The big calendar. I found that at Danny's.
That's weird.
On the back of it is written, and it has so many, I kept it, so many different like names
Oh,
and
I remember
phone
that.
numbers and addresses and
I remember
yeah.
that, but we didn't-
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was weird that he had that calendar though, because I was like, that looks like my handwriting. I was like, that's weird. And then I was like reading through the medication, and because it would say take 2 times a day, so I knew it was medication.
Yeah.
And I was like reading through it, and I was like, wait, that was Dave's medication list. It was for his caregiver that I wrote down.
Hey, cake mix, quit tripping. You're watching. Don't ever stop joking. That's what keeps us moving forward.
Yeah.
You gotta joke.
Yeah, gotta keep his memory alive in a positive way, right?
Right. Yep, that's definitely what we're trying to do. And that's kind of why I just unplugged from social media. Well, not really social media, but just like YouTube, because I go on there and see a bunch of negative stuff, and then I just want to, of course, defend and talk crap, and it's like, what is the point? I'm just wasting my time at this point.
That's what they feed off of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see like I guess I've done a pretty good job of insulating myself because I don't even know where y'all go to see all this shit. Like, but I mean, I don't follow none of these people. Like, if they're trolling me or if they're op, then I just say fuck them. I don't follow them either, you know.
Yeah, I pretty much unfollowed everybody because I was like, I just can't. It's not good for like my mental state, you know.
Yeah. Well, you always have a place to chill here. I know that like me and Danny had our back and forth, man, But I honestly, and I'm glad that I even told him, and I even made it clear to everybody that I had a soft spot for him, and I always hoped that we would have got to a point where we would work together, you know?
Yeah,
But
no, you always try to like help me and give him advice. I
yeah,
think a lot of people did. He just didn't want it. He didn't want advice.
but I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end it on that note. Did you have any last things that you wanted to say? Anything that you want to add to the conversation at all?
No, I just appreciate like all the support and like the kindness because there's like been like a lot of negativity and stuff. So Eric and I appreciate it really.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, I have no problem making this the headquarters for the positive vibes when it comes to you guys and holding y'all up, man. Like, if y'all ever need anything, please reach out to me, and I mean that.
The plan is to hack his computer and go live with this clown wig. If I know that 4-digit pin, man.
Only a 4-digit pin.
Yep.
I bet you if you give me like 3 pieces of information, we'll do it privately. I bet you I can. I bet you I can tell you what it is.
Well, I have two. So apparently he had 3 cell phones. I only knew about 2, but he had 3 cell phones. I have 2. The police have the other one with his wallet, and they won't release it, but that's fine. And then his computer is a 4-digit pin.
Yeah,
So
4-digit pins are easy. All you gotta
yeah.
really do is just find out like the numbers, like that people had like close to them, and
Mm-hmm.
then just like cross that with the numbers that were significant to them,
Yep.
like a birthday and stuff like that. But
Yeah, we tried that and it didn't work, but there is one number I can try that I just found, but I gotta charge his phone. I thought at one point he gave it to me, but
what did you
that was
wipe
so
the
long
phone
ago.
out? Like
Huh?
take the phone and put it in the sunlight, and you'll be able to see the spots. If you haven't wiped the phone down,
No, I haven't wiped it.
you'll be able to see the spots that were touched most often, and you'll be
Ah,
able to get an idea which 4 numbers. So like just
that's a good idea.
tilt it in the sun like that, and you'll be able to see like the oil spots.
Yep. Well, I know like people wanted his computer and they wanted to do a master reset on it, and I was like, no. Like
Yeah,
that's his whole life. I'm not gonna erase it. Like I'm gonna hack it first.
and it's only a 4-digit code. It's
Yep.
possible.
Yep. So, all right. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye, Megs. Hope you have a good day.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Megs, any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
No, I'm just sorry for the loss, and I'm sorry that they're going through it.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Take care. All right,
All right.
guys. That's gonna do it, man. That's gonna do it. I do want to like just give a couple of closing thoughts in hopes that something either that was said throughout this conversation or maybe something that I might be able to throw into the conversation that might help with to inspire like a different type of energy, you know? Like real talk, man. And I don't even want to like I don't even want to be goofy, yo. Like please guys don't show no disrespect towards Danny or his family, man. Like if you're a human being, then you understand what it's like to have loss, man, and there ain't no reason to be doing that. Like this whole like childish vibe or like idea of like chasing a vendetta into the grave, into the afterlife, bro, is morbid, it's childish, and it's fucking evil, yo. Like if you're at odds with somebody in life, bro, then that's perfectly fine. That happens I mean, that's everybody. But when you start literally taking that into afterlife, bro, like something is wrong with you, bro. Like real talk, honest to God, man, if you're tempted to like continue some type of negativity towards Danny or his family, bro, like you should probably, honest to God, like no joke, you should probably go and see like a therapist or a psychologist, because something's fucking wrong with you, and that's morbid, and you're fucked up in the head. I mean, that's as nicely as I can say it. Like, there's something wrong with you, not the other people. But other than that, man, I don't have a whole lot of wisdom to drop on nobody or anything, as y'all know. But I do hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal if you want to show support for the Blizzy, man. Keep the lights on here. We definitely could benefit from the help, man. Or if you don't want to do that, just hit the like, subscribe, and share. Y'all know the routine. Remember, guys, there's your side, there's her side, and there's the blind side. Blindside News. Y'all be good. I'm out. Peace.
Welcome to my show where the curtains bring smoke. Spotlights blink cold, telling secrets that I wrote. Heart on a tightrope, mind doing backflips. Every line confessing, dressed up as ad-libs. I juggle my demons, they call it a performance. Trauma in costumes, anxiety's chorus. Tickets will scar you, you pay with attention. I trade you my flaws for a moment of mention. The mic is a mirror and I rap to my face. Trying to recognize me in a digital space. Crown full of gold from my past that I survived. They clap when I bleed, saying damn, he's alive. Bass in my chest like a second heartbeat. I'm a tortured soul, so I torture the beat. The stage is a cage with invisible bars. Can't let my light dim, I'm a shining star. Applause is a drug and it's easy to get addicted. Love the attention but hate how it's scripted. They want me consistent, I'm chaos in shoes. All will be forgiven if I can just stack these views. The void comes to me when it needs to confess. My shadow got followers, I guess I'm a success. All my friends stay scared, text me every day saying I'm great. I say get out my way. Welcome to my show where the hope wears a mask and the bait is a dare, not favor you ask. I shake hands with doubt, we got history deep. He knows all my secrets, I doubt he'll say it peep. My voice is a weapon, but I aim it at myself. Self-sabotage, and I put me on the shelf. Welcome to my show, the lights are too bright. You can't see the tears when I say that I'm alright. I learned how to laugh in emergency rooms. I learned how to dance with impending doom. Dreams try and creep over me at night. They whisper don't quit, then they're gone by the light. I treat every beat like it's the last confession. Pastor is rhythm and church is in session. I stand with ambition, repent with regret. No betting on futures that I haven't even seen yet. Mine mostly dead, occasional spikes. I keep finding versions of myself I don't like. I shake hands with strangers inside of my head. They all want control and they all want me dead. But I'm still here breathing on borrowed time, turning bad luck into borderline rhymes. Welcome to my show, art from the ache. Every word was a risk I was scared to take. Broke with big dreams and a cracked phone screen. Now I'm rich in regrets and what I could have been. I used to want fame, now I want peace. Not to be hungry while everyone feasts. I pray to the sky, give voicemail replies, so I leave messages hidden in my lines. My soul needs a nap, my body needs rest. Welcome to the Blizzy Blind Show, it's the best.